Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Monday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. I don't know what I'm doing. There it is. My YouTube just paused for a quick second, so I got to start the audio stream here. Matt Iwanyk with you here on the Hangout. Thank you to everyone for listening across our audio streams, edmontonsportstalk.com, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, for those watching on YouTube. For anyone listening to this on podcast, wherever you get your podcast, joining me today as well, it is Zachticum. Does anyone still call you Zachticum, really?
You mainly call me Zachticum, and it throws me off guard sometimes because I'm no longer on Practicum.
I know,
did
but
like
it was
the name at the time, right? But
yeah, but it's Robbie the Intern, still Robbie the Intern. He's been on radio for 25 years or something.
yeah, there's that. But I got a lot of nicknames. But
Yeah,
you
Coob
always
is, what's the one that most people go with? Because I'll start
probably
calling
just
you that.
Coob. I
You're gonna
think.
be Coob
I mean,
now.
I'm good with Zachticum, but you say it probably 10 times more than anybody else. Tommy might slide it in every once in a while, but I notice you say it quite a bit.
I will switch to Coob. Because I only did Zachticum because it was like, well, until we find the next nickname.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with it. But if Coob's kind of the thing that's gone, that's what we'll go with. Kevin Bhandal is with us as well here. Nasty, insurance guru. Farnese Insurance.
Farnese Insurance.
Farnese Insurance. We'll get to how you can connect with Kev later. He's actually, I need to get in touch with you again.
For the bash. Or sorry, the ESTs.
Yeah, I forgot. We did that last year.
Yeah. No, that's
okay.
fair.
That's good to know. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent. I was going to say, though, if this show ever gets to FM, you're going to have to keep the Zachticum tacky nickname, right?
I like
Sure.
that.
I mean, I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Do
Just
whatever.
the
man. I'll do
FM
whatever.
jock type.
Yeah.
The old school stuff.
Show up, wave, and smile. That's what I do. Well, then you would be an FM producer because you were producing the show just for a second there, trying to get it up on the back end thing. You paused the YouTube by accident. You got it up,
sometimes I don't know why the YouTube like pauses or something, then it gets behind and it's not, and then I got to jump it ahead or something. I don't know. It's a
like
weird
the
thing that
delay there.
happens.
It's not like we have the drop or anything.
And I've got
right?
like my eyesight, it's good, like it's fine, but when it's darker, it's not as clear. I have one of those. So like at the old Hangout studio, we had all the lights on in the studio.
Yeah.
So I was able to run that computer no problem. Now I have a little bit more difficulty seeing that mouse exactly, like dead on. So
Well, because we have four lights going,
glasses in
right?
here.
Like we have the three big spotlights here on the ceiling, and then one sort of accessory light to
But at the old
get
place,
rid
we
of the
had all the
shadows or
lights
whatever.
on.
Yeah, but not even like the normal room lights around here. So I kind of get that. Like your eyes are taking in this beaming light from above. I could barely see the screen from here. Maybe I have bad eyes. I don't know. But like I would have trouble doing that too.
small screen.
It is, yeah. Maybe
But
we
it's
need to upgrade.
also here. So a few years ago, I'm at the eye doctors now that I'm well over 40. And
You don't have to say
he's
well
like,
over 40.
do you use readers? And I'm like, no, not really. He's like, well, just try it. So he throws a pair on and it's like, oh yeah, that kind of helps. And one day I'm in an airport in Halifax and just, one of those little racks that you're spinning. And I was like, well, maybe I'll try it, like the 1.0. And it kind of changes your life. But it's one of those things that reading glasses at my age is like, it's fantastic because it makes it so much easier. But at the same time, you don't want to admit you wear readers. But I've gone to Amazon and ordered the 10 pairs and I have like 6 pairs laying around the house, one in each office, one in my bag. Like it's just.
See, and I don't need anything for up close.
Okay.
Like even in darkness and stuff, like I could read, like my close eyesight is fine.
Yeah.
It's distance and darkness. It's just blurrier. So like my prescriptions are very weak, but they're only for distance. So I should just bring a pair. Like I have a bunch of glasses. I should just bring a pair here just for the hangout room. It's just for the start of the show and then take them off. Because that's all I need them for is that clicking. It's the big one is turning on the audio stream. I have to click that little play button right there. And I just don't know where my mouse is.
Well, you could get a bigger monitor. I know
You can
when
also
we
make
had
the mouse bigger, I guess, too. You can make the pointer
True,
bigger.
Or
on the
maybe
screen.
I have that monitor
Like the big
16
grandma.
feet from where you sit.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
like
but then
a
I'll get in the camera
12-inch
shot.
monitor too.
Yeah, that's true too.
Kind of doesn't help. Like it is very tiny.
If we
right?
get bigger, we can't bring it much closer because then it'll get in the camera shot.
Yeah, it can't be.
And we can't move that
either.
camera because the camera's like in a perfect spot right now.
And the wires and stuff. It'll be more work, yeah.
I find a way to run the wires and just have it underneath this. Actually, that would be possible. I could have it just right here so you could always see it under this table and then it wouldn't be seen there.
But it is a bit odd because I don't know why, like when I know that I'm on camera, even doing the sports updates and stuff, I like looking at the monitor rather than forcing myself to look at the camera. Like even in the other studio, we have the monitor right below the camera. So if a guest joins, the host will look at the monitor, but it'll look like they're looking towards the camera. So it'd kind of be weird, like you're looking down at your feet. I don't know. That might
but
overthinking
the
it, though.
thing is, like, I'm just clicking. We don't have a guest, so it's like we don't on this show. We don't stare at the camera much. I don't think. Like we make a point of when we have to stare at the camera or something, point at it or something. Here, like it would be like while you were talking there, I could have quickly looked down and set what I needed up. Or as the show was starting, I could have like quickly got it going, and then I just need to bring my notes back and then just have that and like pretend I'm reading my notes, but I could just move it to the side. There's ways around that one, I think.
But it's like
to mask it. Yeah.
But you get that what Zach was saying in the different monitors, especially when you're working and you got a whole bunch of Zoom calls or team calls or whatever people use now. But you have the multi-monitors.
Yeah.
And so my laptop will be here with the camera, but because I like to see everybody in the room. So I need that multi-person view, which is up here. So the camera, you're not staring at the camera and you're talking, but I get what you're saying where it's all weird.
Oh yeah, it's different for sure.
But
like,
I don't need to be good television, so.
I guess that's fair. Like even that's where the glasses come in too. Cause I wear glasses sometimes and people are like, oh, you wear glasses. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess I do. I don't really think about it sometimes. Like you were a bit confused because you didn't see me with glasses for a bit and then I had them on. I only do it when I'm working. I look quite scholarly, I've been told. So maybe I need to wear them more often, but.
You can be Bob McCowan. Remember that? When he used to wear the sunglasses in the studio.
The lights caused him headaches or migraines or something, I think was the thing. So he would always wear sunglasses, but most people didn't know. So it's just like, this guy looks like a dick.
Well, I went to Nate with somebody who didn't have the best eyesight. He's legally blind, but he could see well enough. He could actually work on the computer still, but he would have to change certain things. His eyes were hypersensitive to the light, so he wore sunglasses inside. And he told me it's a 1 in a million chance that this happens, but he actually sees in grayscale. I don't know if I like. So
like everything's gray.
Everything is gray. Like he can't really see color at all. Everything is just like dull. So he just got the bad roll of the dice there. But
that one's a weird one to me because you can never experience what other people experience.
Yeah,
like fully with color.
Yeah.
That's just a weird one to me. Like, and people say that like there's a lot of people I know that are colorblind and stuff, but it's like I would like. Do you really see this green the same way I see this green? Like it's just I don't know. I find that one to be very weird. I don't know how to explain it.
But
I know, but like you can't. The eyesight is one like. Do we all see the same things the same way? Like, and that one's weird.
Yeah, well, it is. It's almost like a judgment call.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And then you get those stupid memes that come out like, is this dress gold and red or is it blue and black?
Oh, that was huge.
Yeah, that would trend happen for a while. But then that's when you see it, where it really is like, what you see is not what I see.
No.
Was the dress actually blue and black? What actually happened there? I feel like you would.
I thought more people thought it was gold.
Yeah, I always thought it was blue and black a little bit. Like if you squint a little bit, you could see both variations of it. It's quite weird.
I only saw it as the blue and black.
You know those Pokemon cards where you could turn them to the side and they have different graphics and stuff? That's kind of what it was for me with the dress. I know it didn't have that same exact kind of thing to it. It wouldn't really change, but if you thought it was one thing, it would turn into that. This, that, or the other. Or the colorblind tests. I've done those a few times too. I think I've passed.
Okay,
I passed. So,
do you remember when that dress was?
2017.
Pre-COVID?
2015.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking
10
about
years.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
It's 10 years since that debate happened. Wow. Apparently, the dress was black and blue, but the conditions of the photograph caused many to see it as white and gold. But the actual dress was blue and black.
That was when all the Instagram filters were a big thing, when people would just throw like Rio de Janeiro or New York, that the names of the filters.
Those are the Insta filters.
I think they had the filters.
Is that still the names for them?
They still, they have
Paris,
Brasilia, I think
Paris.
Yeah, they're all named after cities. There's a few other ones. Brooklyn, I think, is one that's like a black and white one. Oh, I used to scroll through those.
Paris, Los Angeles. Those are all normal names. Graphite, Hyper, Rosie, Emerald, Midnight.
They've added those. Those are new ones, I think.
I'm trying to see if there's any others. Oslo, Melbourne, Jakarta, Abu Dhabi, Buenos Aires, New York. Like,
I respect people
Where's Edmonton? Jeez.
who can. There's some people on my feed and some friends. There's a friend I have in Calgary. She's phenomenal at it. But she'll just be walking down the street and take a picture of a flower or like a bug on something. And the way the contrast and the color and everything just pops, right? It's like, this is amazing. We were at our trailer the other day and there was this little weird bug crawling across. And I said, I don't know if you know Cliff Harris. He's with me. And so Cliffy and I were there and I tried to take a picture of it and I'm like, man, I can't make this look cool at all. Like some people just take it and it looks phenomenal. Mine just looks like a bug on a chair.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
the
it's
camera is
just-
also.
I totally respect people who can do that. Just even that artist's eye,
oh, yeah.
right?
That's
Where
huge.
it's
I don't have that.
I don't have it at all.
Like those paintings right there that right now are being used as sunblocks.
Yeah.
I don't even have the time, like patience to do something like that.
No.
I don't think I have the handiness. Like I could sit there and
If you need me to pound nails and build walls and decks, I'll build a deck a week. I don't care.
I could do that.
Fine mortar skills. Like if you need me to do finishing around a door, I don't have the patience or the cleanliness to do it.
Yeah,
Nor
I
do
don't
I,
wanna touch
yeah.
those ones.
it's all different art forms too. I actually brought my mom into the studio over the weekend. We're in the area and I'm like, we're 2 blocks away from the studio. I want to go see the new digs. I never brought her to the old one actually. Well, this one's way better. So she was just like, well, I have nothing to compare it to, but this is great. And she saw those 2 paintings of Dusty. I forget the movie. Semi-Pro?
That's semi-pro.
The semi-pro, he's like Will Ferrell's character, I guess, right? He's got the really curly hair with the headband and everything.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like
the
a
6
fro.
o'clocker logger. Yeah, it's a bit of a. Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
thought it was curly.
Will Ferrell's character.
Right.
I think it's more of a fro. I actually
Oh,
never
yeah,
saw
yeah.
semi-pro.
It's an
Really?
all right movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's
funny.
low key funny. You're not gonna like roll over laughing, but you're gonna chuckle throughout the whole thing.
There's some good cameos in there, wasn't there?
Well, I think Woody Harrelson's in it,
yeah.
right? Who's the girl?
Oh, I forget. I watched Dodgeball though for the first time too. Over
For the
vacation.
first time?
For the very first time.
When?
When I was in, I was on Gabriola when I was gone for the 2 weeks. We went out there, 15-minute ferry ride from Nanaimo. My buddy's dad has a place out there and stuff like that. And they had the DVD player set up. It was on DVD, but we set it up. Originally had some trouble. We wanted to watch, I think, Ratatouille or something like that. We wanted to watch a specific movie, but there was no remote for it. I'm like, let's watch Dodgeball. Like that was the one that stuck out to me, and it was worth the ride. It was a good movie.
That's a great movie. I will sit anytime Dodgeball comes on or something. I will sit down and I'll watch
100%.
Dodgeball.
Oh, Ben Stiller's character.
And there's
is
always
just-
a place you can use a quote. I don't know how
Yes.
many times I've been interesting strategy caught, and let's see how it plays out.
That's a gift now that just gets used. They are. There's so much good from
Nobody
that
makes
one.
me bleed my own blood.
Oh, just a good movie. Good cast too.
Yes.
Full of people. Maura Tierney, is that from Semi-Pro?
Yeah. She's in a bunch. I think she was ER, and then she was Vic Mackey's wife in The Shield.
Did she do ever anything on SNL, or am I thinking of someone else? She was Liar Liar.
Yeah.
Liar.
That was a good movie too. I don't know if she did SNL. I don't think so.
I think she was in The Affair as well, which is another good show.
Is it? Oh, she was in the short-lived spin-off of All in the Family. Oh yeah, she was in News Radio. News Radio was a good show.
Yeah.
Was it about news and radio?
News Talk Radio.
It was News Talk Radio.
Yeah, and it had
Joe Rogan was in that one.
Joe Rogan was the idiot trainer or janitor.
What?
Who's Phil Hartman was in it?
Yeah.
Till he passed, and then they brought in John Lovitz to replace him, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Or was John Lovitz in the whole time? And they brought who's the Canadian? Dave. Is it Dave?
Yes, it's Dave something, and he had that wispy haircut. Ugh.
Now, was it accurate though to what happened on radio, or did they like mess up here and there?
You know, I've never watched it as I've been into radio.
Oh, okay.
I was watching that when it was like almost out and stuff. Dave Foley.
Dave
Foley,
Foley, yeah.
okay.
Stephen Root was in it, Andy Dick. And then John Lovitz did join after Hartman's passing. Well, his murder.
Way back when
This is 95, 90.
when I was in Cub Scouts, we got a tour of 630 Ched.
Oh,
So we went around
yeah.
the studio, and all I kept asking the guy who's taking us around, I'm like, is this like WKRP where this is? Is this like WKRP where this is? And that's when you realize that television and like real life, not really the same.
No.
Yeah, you were just like, oh, it's not as fun.
Weirdly enough, I've been in radio 16 years almost. I've actually never been into the chorus building, radio building.
Huh.
I've been into almost every other radio station building at some point.
Oh, is that the Ched building on Roper?
Yeah, I've never been in there.
Interesting.
Actually, have I been into...
But would you have a reason to go?
Back in like Nate school or anything like that. Like, I don't know. There's always been times where like I've been to some other ones, but it's just like that one I never went to.
Yeah, you have a nice field trip. Was there one that like stuck out to you at the time where you're like, this is a dope station?
Actually, the one, because at the time it would have been K97, who would have been Capital FM there with Kiss. They had a pool table.
Wasn't K97 on 99th Street just north of the White Mud in that strip mall? Or was that CFCW?
I have no idea. It might be both. They're the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
I've only known
like by
them
that Pearl
person,
River restaurant or whatever that was.
You said 99th and...
Just north of the White Mud.
Just north... that's like 66th Ave or 60th Ave.
It'd be south.
It's right across from the Hobby Wholesale, I think. That's Rogers, is it not?
No, that's Calgary
Rogers
Trail.
is on Calgary Trail.
That's
as you're coming up.
yeah, that's Rogers.
So that's Sonic and Kiss.
I know Patterson's right before White Mud.
Yeah, Patterson's by like
South
East
side.
Edmonton, just off White Mud.
Yeah.
Closer to Sherwood Park.
Yeah, I've driven by there quite a few
And
times.
and Cruz would play at 107 are on... No, they're on Calgary Trail. The other one's on Gateway, officially, right? Because Calgary Trail's leaving the city. And Play and Cruise is actually kind of... Anyone that knows where the Global Studios are, it's kind of like across the street.
See, I always like driving...
the Global Studios.
There's like as you're coming south on Calgary Trail, like you kind of turn a little left and you go straight.
The original
and then,
Earls was.
Yeah, and then there's like you could see the Superstore. You're not at Superstore yet.
Yeah.
There's a tower there, and I think that's where Cruise and Play is.
Okay.
Well, and they had like the big mural out there for a long time. The only reason I'd know that is because I used to go to like an all-you-can-eat place there. And then I'd see the mural. I'm like, is there a radio station here? And then you'd see on the wall, and it's like, there is. Yeah,
because there's that Asian buffet place. Yeah.
And then Shine FM's across is on the same side as the Global.
Yeah.
For anyone that's interested.
Yes.
For anyone that,
Shine FM.
I've been inside the Shine FM building.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of them. I don't know, like I don't know if they still did it when you were there, but you had to go to a certain you got sent to a couple of radio stations for like you had to go talk to people, and we got sent to a couple. One was Shine FM though.
They made it a lot easier. It seems like because Reed, when he went to Nate Radio and Television, he even said that he had to write up letters, I guess, and get recommendations. Almost talk to what was it?
You needed to have like 3 people or something.
Yeah. And then actually write why you want to be.
Yeah, you had to write
a
an
part of
essay to
radio.
go into the course.
Now you just need to
Nate
have-
did that for a lot of things though.
Really?
Like a
Okay.
lot of their programs back then.
Yeah, they make
Like,
it brainless almost now.
I graduated high school like 94. So if you wanted to apply for something at Nate, you'd had to do a career, which is good, right? Because then, at least the kid going in has an understanding of what you want to, like, it's just not a fancy name. It's like, okay, I've researched this career and this is what I want to do.
Oh, Pat emailed me last week. I should get back to him.
Come
Sorry,
on.
I just remember something.
You can't ignore Galenza.
I will say, I always thought for the radio and television, because what did you have to do then? You just apply and get in?
just 60% average, math 20-2, and
Really?
then the
Used to be
most
80,
basic
70.
graduating, just the credits, and that's about it. And apply.
That's it?
Yeah, and I was on the wait list, and then I got in actually right away. But
I always felt that they needed to do a one-on-one interview for radio and television.
yeah.
There's a level of personality you kind of need at times. And it was like, sometimes you go in those,
Yeah.
like, this person is never going to do anything in this industry. And when I went, it was very competitive. Like, it's somewhat, I don't want to say has the wrong, dying is the wrong term, but it doesn't seem like it's still not if you apply, you're not getting in. Just like, there's still,
Yeah.
you have to beat out some people, but it's not as it once was.
It's definitely
And
adjusted for sure.
you took a spot from someone. You're like, well, this person's taking someone else's spot. They're not going to do this industry as soon as this program is done.
Yeah.
And had they just interviewed them one-on-one, they know that.
I do like the career investigation though, because I look all the way through the Nate handbook or whatever of all the courses and things that they had available. And there was two that stuck out to me. It was radio and television and wastewater technician because of the money.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know, money is great and all, but radio and television to talk sports would be frankly amazing. And, you know, you just have that idea and you don't really know what it's about. They had orientation and stuff like that, so you get to see what it's about. But just the process of having to interview actual people in the trade and to write an essay, maybe halfway through, like say you interview a person and you start writing the essay, maybe you're like, actually, it's not for me. You don't want to be one of those, let's face it, like duds who kind of flake out and maybe find that it's not their own thing because it could be, you know, a waste of money and they could just get right
But you
into
know
the
what? You're
career that
still
they're meant
young
for.
in your career, right? Like it's nobody. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. It's very rare now that somebody gets out of school, gets a job, and spends their 35 years at TELUS and takes the pension.
Yeah,
it'll be-
those long term.
Yeah, it'll be dynamic. Like in 5 years, you might be a wastewater technician again, right? Who knows? Like it just
Who knows? Yeah.
right. And how? So my question when you guys were talking earlier, the NATE program for radio and television. You're right. It's not a dying industry, but it's evolved immensely. Where it like radio jobs, like the stations are fewer and fewer, and podcasts are picking up. Is the program evolving in that way? Is it becoming more of a
They've added a
media
podcast course.
Okay.
They've actually added a full podcast course. You, I think, might have been there for it. A social media class.
Yeah, they have social media classes when we got there, and they're fully revamping the course as soon as I went on practicum. Maybe you would know more about that. I actually didn't know they added a podcasting one.
This is very
But they've
recent.
added emphasis
I was
for
talking
sure.
to Pat about it. Pat's very good at trying to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Now, school, so you have a little bit more money sometimes, but like he had 4K cameras before any of the TV stations in town had 4K.
Yeah.
And they have the equipment available. Like they have microphones that you could do TikToks with, and they push that a lot. They said, well, like if you're gonna do this, like, you know, do social media.
And
They
that's why NATE's
put that
always
top of the
been
top.
a leader because they've always stayed ahead of the curve.
Yeah. No, and yeah, for that program, I know just Pat Galenzis, he's in charge of the program. They're always on top of the game to try to stay ahead.
Yeah.
So adding the podcast thing was big, and they're doing all that. It's hard sometimes because like you see the kids come out and you're like, well, what job are you gonna go get? Because there aren't this back in the day, even before, like even it was still that way when I was coming out of the industry or out of the school into the industry. But you could go if you wanted to do radio, or TV, I guess. You could start in a very small town. You can go to Bonnyville, you can go to Cold Lake, you can go to some small mountain city in Dawson Creek in BC.
I had a buddy who went to Estevan, Saskatchewan.
All of that. You'd work your way there. You'd spend a few years honing your craft there, getting to do a lot of stuff. And then all of a sudden you jump to then the next step, which is more of the Red Deers of the world, the Medicine Hats, the Lethbridges, the Fort Macs. Then you could jump to if there's the two jumps. You could either make another smaller jump to the like Saskatoons or Reginas or the Winnipegs of the world, or you could jump to the Edmonton, Calgarys, Vancouvers.
Yep.
When you went to an Edmonton though, like there would be full day programming. There would be 6 a.m. till midnight, so you can get the evening shift, or there'd be two people on weekends, and you could grab one of those weekend shifts, and so there'd be jobs to do there. And now it's like those radio stations have maybe like 3 shifts that are kind of done to a degree right now, and those small markets just aren't there, or they're all voice tracked by one person who does all the cities. So it's that's the hard part. And it's like, okay, we still have the exact same amount of people leaving the NATE industry, but now there's less jobs for them to go grab in those smaller markets.
Yep.
So where are they supposed to go?
Yeah.
And
Which
they
is why-
sort of flip to like social media producing. Now things are becoming digital, so that might open up things for other people, because we do a lot of things on YouTube here. Like Trev does great graphics and stuff like that. We make the thumbnails, so that kind of might open doors in another way, but that kind of gives that job to somebody who's already there at the same time,
The
right?
funny part though is like in radio now, I would have never needed to learn this, but now you need to know this. It's video editing.
Yeah.
Before that was TV. TV deals with video. I only have to deal with audio. I only have to cut up the audio. I don't need to learn the programming for dealing with video stuff, Photoshop, all that. I don't need that. It's all the audio medium. And now it's like the kids I'm expecting, if they come, I want you to know how to already do video, because I'm going to ask you to cut up a video clip.
Yeah. But your spots also evolved. Like when you left to go to radio, you weren't expecting to be running a station that's on YouTube and now on FM and this and that.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
Yeah.
Like it's how it's just all
evolving.
completely changed.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you'd expect any like, yeah. So I do recommend to any kids or anyone that wants to get into radio, like one big thing is start your own podcast.
Yeah.
Even
At
if
the
you're
end of
not
the
even
day,
sending
though-
it out there too, right?
Nah, just do it. You did a podcast just for me.
Yeah, and I hopefully you enjoyed and learned something along the way about MMA. It was all
Benny and
UFC.
Brendan all did podcasts that I was the only one that listened to them. But it was go do them.
I'm just going to say this, and I'm not going to take this to a different direction. We'll steer back to staying light in sports. But I really think in a democracy, this whole fake news, all this other stuff, whatever, like, but we still need a good radio, television, news
Oh, I agree. Entities.
yeah. And it's important that we all get the information that we need, because that's when democracies fall apart. But that's as far as I'm going to go.
Oh, I'll just take one little thing for it. But it's like, to me, with the loss of media, like one thing that hurts to a degree right now is we don't have those main city hall reporters.
Yeah.
And that's like, I've always believed federal governments impact your life. Absolutely. There's decisions that are made there, whether you're happy or not, they impact your life. But provincial impacts your life a little bit more.
Yeah.
But municipally impacts your life even more. Yet we focus the least amount on the municipal. We focus more on the provincial or then the federal. And it's like we don't have those reporters that are fully breaking down what's going on at City Hall. And it's, you want to know why the roads were crap on your drive in? It's because of what's being decided at City Hall. And like that's where newspaper writers and all, they would have dedicated reporters that are just at City Hall. And because there's less media, there's less City Hall reporting.
Yes.
And that's where we hurt.
And that's the stuff that affects your day to day.
Yes.
Yes.
Like so that's where, to me, news is very important. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider. Be sure to buy Canadian. 50% off on all units right now. Limited time for that. Big news from the morning show today, starting September 3rd on 95.7 FM, which is Cruz FM, from 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. Monday through Fridays. After that, you'll be able to listen to the Nielson Show with Lieutenant Eric live on the radio. It's going to be simulcasted on Cruz. Dusty, Eric, and Trev announced that this morning. You'll still be able to listen to it right here on the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams, and all of them, however you listen to them. You'll still be able to watch it on YouTube. You'll still be able to listen to it in podcast form. But we've added another way for you to consume, for now, the morning show, and that is on 95.7 Cruz FM. The one big change that you will hear more so on Cruz is that you won't hear as much of our sports updates. That's when Cruz will take a little bit of a time out. And then they'll come back and it'll still be the show. So that starts next Wednesday. Very excited about that. It's been a few months of work to get this going, but that's now what's happening here. So we've added FM radio to part of how you can consume Edmonton sports talks. We're very excited about that.
Let's go. And that's Canadian sports radio history.
Yeah, like the Cruz guys came into my office because we were talking technical stuff one day. And the one guy brought it up. He's like, I don't think this has been done. And I thought, like, he's right. Like, I don't recall ever knowing of a all sports show on FM in our country. I don't recall it.
Definitely not in our market.
No, the closest we've ever have is Eskimo games or Elks games being put on Kissin because the Oilers are on Ched.
Yeah, that.
Like, we've had that happen, but that's just a one-off. They're throwing it there. A regular show... Vancouver, Don Taylor. Who am I thinking of? I'm forgetting his name. Dave, we used to work with him. That was on CKNW, so that was AM. I don't like. Yeah, I went before. It would have all been AM. I don't recall it happening FM. So yeah,
talk radio has always been AM.
Yeah.
And
like it's funny because it happens in the US.
Yeah,
like the number one radio station in Boston is an FM radio station, but it's all sports.
Interesting.
They do sports on FM down there. They do like NFL. I remember, I don't know if they still is the case. The Ravens were on like a rock station.
Oh, that's
so it'd be like Cruz FM playing their music, and then all of a sudden pauses at one point on a Sunday because they got to get to the Baltimore Ravens pregame show.
Well,
they play
Ched
the game
used to be a
postgame show.
top 40 station when
That's
we were
right.
young. Yeah.
So yeah, it might be the first time ever that I believe it's the first time ever a all sports show will be on FM radio in our
Well, what's going on in the Northwest Territories? Do we know about their radio stations? Probably not. Maybe not. No dog sled racing or anything.
I don't know how much FM they'd have up there anyways, though.
They did it on.
AM would go further. So that's exciting, coming September 3rd right here.
Let's go. Big news.
With us in Cruz FM, and then 9 o'clock on Edmonton Sports Talk across it all. We'll take over as we do all the time. But on Cruz FM, they'll get back to their great music, great rock music, and we'll see where this takes us.
Is that what their format is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good old classic rock. Actually, what would come up after the morning show?
Oh.
I think it's our buddies. At 9, I think it would be Tyler and Mariah. She's off right now, but I think Tyler would take over. I'll have to go double check that later.
I'll have to cruise into my truck
I have
now.
a couple of buddies and stuff. Yeah, so there are some friends and people that we used to work with that are over there. So I'll have to try to get Ryder from Play 107 on the show now. Ryder and Lisa on the Hangout someday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ryder, big CFL guy himself.
Well, he hosts the in-game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3rd year now? I can't remember.
I think so. I think the 1 year he worked with Ashley.
Yeah.
And then now the last 2 years he's been by himself. But apparently he's a big Riders fan.
He's from Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
He's from Maidstone.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Same with Tide. I think they're both from Maidstone.
Maidstone.
Yeah. Very small town in
The
Saskatchewan.
two greatest exports.
They honestly, I don't know if there's many. Actually, I think I looked it up. I think they've had some NHLer or something like that. But Maidstone has punched above its weight class. Yeah, they have
a
contributed.
population of 9.
They've contributed to Edmonton radio quite heavily.
Yeah.
For who they are. You saw, well, obviously we talked a little bit. You saw that, the news of the CFL fantasy maybe getting a little bit closer with the CFL and season long. I'm declaring it from the Sacramento Gold Miners and the Dunya. Phone lines are fully open. We're looking to make trades in advance of the trade deadline this week. A heartbreaking loss this week, which a win this week would have put me back in a playoff spot, and I would have been sitting pretty to make the playoffs and not miss. I lost by 2 damn points. 105 point something to 103 point something.
And you guys aren't a PPR league, so it's not even a 1-yard catch that somebody could have got or 10.
No, what it came down to was I have to look it up because I shut off the Riders Stamps game a little early. There was like 2 minutes left or something. And I think Keyshawn Johnson must have got 1 or 2 big catches at the end of the game, and that's why I lost.
Oh, I just pushed over the edge. Is that like your worst loss in fantasy by 2 points? Or have you
I've had a
lost
couple
like
this year that were relatively close. I've also been trashed this year.
Do better.
Playlist. Did you say be better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have this year.
Yeah. That's why your phone lines are open. What's your phone? No, I'm kidding.
The boys know.
I don't know. Yeah.
The boys know. Where is it? A 14-yard play with 1:31 to go. Was there another one there? That one. So that's. Was there another play there, or was the stats behind? So 14. That's 1.4 points. That might not have done it. But that might have been enough. Like, but it was late fourth quarter. Like he got 2 catches, Keyshawn Johnson for the Riders, and I lose to McCord. McCord's.
No.
I play McCord this week. I need to beat him. Then I am a game back, but I will own the season series. And then I need to go win one of the next 2. He needs to lose both, or I need to win the next 2, and he needs to go 1-2 or less, which is possible.
Yeah.
But if I'm blowing this up, it's probably not possible.
Okay, so let's go back to that where we said the CFL, the league's been talking to you or reached out to Dusty. Let's get season-long fantasy. What are the variations? Do you think they'll go? You can either put a 4-man and a 6-man.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
8-man is that's
No, you can't.
impossible. That's
There's not
impossible.
enough players.
You want
Yeah.
to know, they could do that, but that would be a completely different system because when they have, like this week, there's 3 teams on a bye. You're screwed.
Yeah.
Right at that point, a bunch of teams are screwed. So, but if they go the super flex way that you guys do, where you don't
That's
have
what
to
we
play
do.
a quarterback, I think you could maybe go to 8. I don't know. I've never played that.
I think it gets too watered down.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. You'd just be scalping
how do you guys
waivers,
play?
right?
You guys have 3 wide receivers.
Yeah.
One
One
running
quarterback,
back?
3 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 Canadian, 1
not-
kicker, 1 defense, special teams.
So not a QB though. So it's super flex.
Yeah.
If you got rid of 1 wide receiver, If you went 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, defense kicker, Canadian, and then super flex.
Okay.
That might be a way to do it. Just because it opens up 6 more players into the pool.
Yeah. You get one injury,
get
you get
8.
a bye, then the waivers you're scraping by.
8 would be tough, I think.
8's tough. We max out. This year actually the waiver wire isn't terrible.
Really?
and there's
I can't find anyone on the waiver wire this year.
Well, how many bench spots do you have?
5?
Yeah, see, we only have 3.
Yeah, but
And
you
your-
guys got 6
And your
teams.
IR is weird.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
it's a
it is.
standard IR.
No, it's not.
Yes,
the
it
guys
is.
on the
Go
IR.
to ESPN and go to any league.
Yahoo league, like I've done that in hockey where you want to make a switch and they're like, you have a player on IR who's no longer on IR.
Anytime I've done it on ESPN, once a player goes on IR, as long as they're hurt to go on IR, they don't have to come off until you're ready to take them off.
No, you can change that in your rule. That's your
I don't want
rule
to.
that you put.
I like
But,
this rule because the thing is, you're only because of our
But now
league,
you're not hoarding players.
but we're not but it's one of those things. Like the only player getting hoarded right now is Zach Collaros, but Luke's without Zach Collaros then. So actually, like when Toronto goes on a bye or something, he's got no quarterback. So either he's gonna have to go pick up a quarterback, or he's gonna have to play Zach Collaros. He's got Arbuckle.
Yeah.
But like to me, it's because there's only 2 IR spots. Like the only players that really get hoarded, it's either an injury or it's a player that okay, well, you may want them still. Like they're useful.
But if you
why would you keep them on the IR too long?
Because in a 4-man league, you have a plethora of quarterbacks you can choose from. But in an 8-man league, or even in our 6-man league, if you had Claros on there for half the year and you had Arbuckle playing, now you're taking that spot away from someone else.
Yeah. Deal with it. It's this. To me, it's our version of cap circumvention type stuff.
Damn it.
That's how it goes. No, so
Yeah.
if the CFL did it, like if I had a conversation with them ever, I would say you put up both.
Yeah.
I think 4-man it works fine. Actually, we're talking about this. I think you start with 4-man. The reason I say I think you start with 4-man is I think it might be sometimes a little more difficult to find that extra 2 buddies to do a league.
And that's what I was going to say. Like I can probably start another 6-man league with the guys I know.
Yeah.
And I could do that. But yeah, if it's only a couple of guys, then it may be easier to start with the 4-man league and then.
Yeah, I think if you're trying to appeal to people and be like, hey, start this league, it might be easier for someone to be like, I need to just find 3 people as opposed to I need to find 5 people to do this with me. And that's where maybe you start with the 4.
And I think the other thing is too is like you look at Kayla, right? Like
She says hi, by the way.
oh, okay. Hey Kayla.
She gets 2 waves.
But like the thing is with her is like now the CFL is such a community nationally. I think this is an opportunity for the CFL. Like even if you're a free agent looking for a pool or a league to join, you're gonna get like the kids nowadays. Like my son has friends in Iowa, and I'm like,
Cool.
how?
That's pretty
But
dope.
it's from playing online gaming. Right?
yeah.
And I think that's the thing. Like the CFL is a really tight community, and people get to know each other through.
There's a CFL
Twitter.
family.
Yeah, and I think this would really bring it up. Like you could have some guy in Saskatchewan, some guy in Nova Scotia in your league, and that brings that family together across the country.
So then to me, then again, I think then you have to have a 4 and a 6-man option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say 4-man would be easier. Like when you brought up that it would just, you could get 3 of your buddies right away. I thought about that immediately. Like if CFL fantasy season long started today, I know 3 people that would give me a guaranteed yes to join. And it would be easier than, because there's not enough teams to do 6 or 8 would be impossible as we came to the conclusion. It would be easier to scout the waiver wire. Like maybe you got the one buddy who's not really into it at all, who's a big NFL guy. NFL's better than the CFL, but wants to.
But you don't want them in
give
his
it a kick
league
at-
then.
Oh, I mean, maybe
You know what? His
maybe
phone
wanna
will
convince
kick in, and then he'll want to join your league.
That's how.
Exactly.
See, and that's where I
That's
think the
fantasy
4
now.
works nice too, is create a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are having a lot of fun doing that, huh? That's how our league launched 4, and it's created your guys' league, and it's created a lot of interest. Just throwing that out there. It was too exclusive. People couldn't just get in.
Boy, yeah. Maybe they didn't like the circumvention when they started their own.
I remember I've done, there was when I did MLB on ESPN, I had a guy, I threw him on IR. I was happy with my replacement. I just kept him on IR. Didn't need to take him off.
I don't
He was
like
healthy until I was ready for him. Then I had to make the move. I dropped someone, put him on my roster again when I was ready, and went with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the person who has all the injured players loves it, but then everybody else dislikes it. And that's the whole...
But there's only 2 spots. It's not unlimited.
True.
And like my bench is all injured players. I have Davis Alexander. No. I have Chad Kelly and Dalton Schoen on my bench.
Is Chad Kelly going to play this year?
I don't think so.
I think he's done this year. And it's kind of weird, though, like why it's taken so long.
I think there had to be a setback
That
they don't want to talk about because he was throwing, he was with the team.
He was practicing, he was coming off the 6th game. They didn't even put him on the 6th game to start.
They said like week 7, like initially it was okay week by week, then like week 7 he'll be ready to go. Everyone was paying attention to practice. He was practicing like that first day. Then all of a sudden he's in Buffalo meeting with somebody.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, and then he's 6 gamed and now he's not.
But the way Arbuckle's been playing, I'm
know. Stunned by this.
Yeah. I don't think you need to bring him back.
You don't need to bring him back. I know it's easy for people to be like, well, do you keep Arbuckle though moving forward because of who Chad Kelly is? Chad Kelly's a better quarterback, but he also brings a lot of baggage with him.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about this. I could see, or what I would like to see here in Edmonton is Fajardo only being 22 or 32, 33 years old. What is he, 33? And say, listen, we'll give you 3 years. You're our guy for this season plus 3 more. Play till you're 36, 37. Look at
33.
The Bo Levis of the world still going, right? They're older. I could see a Trey Ford going to Toronto, going back out to Ontario where he's from, close to family. Like the other day in Ottawa, he had his kids at the game. There's pictures he posted. And I don't know. I think as much as I'd like to see that kid succeed, he's had 4+ years here in Edmonton, and he hasn't even caught. Like I know his record's 500, and someone will point that out.
It's less.
Well, it is because of his losses this year, but like I'd rather cut my losses now and just try and bring in someone else that you can mentor under.
I stand by the first few years he wasn't given a full opportunity. It was always save this team because it's 0-7, 0-9.
Yeah.
I'll just say so. He was in a tough spot. I still stand by. If you had an OC that built an offense around him, he'll succeed.
Well,
and they've
didn't Suits say that 3 times in the broadcast? McSimick's like, I spent all summer. Yeah.
No, they didn't build that. Paul LaPolice was on, and I know this broken record here, but I remember after that BC game, he says, we haven't seen a designed run. Like Paul LaPolice was talking about how they haven't built something that suits his style. So I think a team will do that with him potentially. Chance. I don't think Toronto, because they have Kelly and they have Arbuckle. The 2 I look at potentially maybe one day for Trey still is Winnipeg. Because how much longer are you going to go with Claros? Yeah. And Strebler's not the answer.
Well,
the other one also I wonder is, like, if I'm Ottawa, why not?
Yeah.
You know,
so any of those East
Drew
teams,
Brown is
Ottawa,
one of those
Hamilton,
guys. Drew Brown's going to get healthy and he's going to get hurt again.
Yeah.
Trey's the guy to bring in if you're the Ottawa
Did
Red Blacks.
Ingles not make the 53 in Green Bay?
I think he will.
Okay. I didn't know if he got 50 because he's a Winnipeg draft pick, isn't he?
Yeah, they own his rights, and Saskatchewan owns Curtis Rourke's rights. Yeah, but he threw a touchdown in yesterday or 2 days ago in the last preseason game for Green Bay.
It's a nice throw.
Yeah,
was it?
It was. Yeah, it was. While it was red zone, they're 10 or 15 yards out. Somebody, just simple slant. He was wide open, and then just got it right into his hands.
Yeah.
That's. I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
he won't
especially coming out of the CIS, given that opportunity.
U-Sport,
sorry.
Get it right.
Well,
I'm CIA.
I'm happy I called this CIAU.
I'm CIAU days.
When do your Golden Bears start back? No,
this weekend. Golden Bears get going. OUA was this past weekend, but my Golden Bears, we get going this weekend.
Still annoys me.
Who do they announce as their head coach again?
Boone Stevenson. So he was the OC of UBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how this season
it's
goes.
Interesting. I thought Killam should have gone. He's doing all right now. I will say I was hard on Killam, and I had publicly stated I had no confidence in this coaching staff coming in because you had a brand new head coach, you have a brand new DC, you have an OC who's run one offense in BC, and your special team guys Maxey, who was a D line,
who never did that.
Yeah. So who's making the calls, right? And even still, I respect that Campbell's in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Even if he was our special teams guy, at least when stuff started getting rocky and you had to make a tough decision, there's somebody who's been in that spot before that you can be like, hey, what should we do here?
You always want that experience.
You want that experience. So I thought Killam, I thought U of A would have been a great spot for him to learn to head coach for a couple of years and then come back up. But he seems to be figuring it out.
Yeah, well, he's fiery too. Like anytime he speaks, you always got to listen.
Well, ask me after the 2 Calgary games and I'll see how happy I am. Well,
so
right now it's easy.
Flop, yeah.
That's exactly where I am with this team. Is I'm very intrigued by this Calgary game and this Calgary series because one, I'll start quickly on Calgary. I was saying with Jay and I were both talking last week on the show when it was like, well, this is by the way, this is Hangout headlines for the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. Book your tee time today by visiting theranchgolf.com. That's a show, like it's a statement game for either two teams. And I was like, but why? Like it is to a degree, but why was it for Calgary? They already beat Saskatchewan once. They beat Winnipeg 3 times. Like they're allowed a loss.
Yeah.
But it was a case. They went, now, like, what statement has Calgary sent? Like, oh, yeah, we beat Saskatchewan twice, home and away. We beat Winnipeg 3 times. Like, when VA's there, they're the best team in the CFL. But Farhan had a tweet on Saturday, I think, which is very interesting because it's kind of where I am with the Elks. And he basically is like, he wasn't impressed by the 3 wins that the Elks have had so far because he went, look at the opponents, look at how well they didn't play that well overall. What would have happened if Davis Alexander was in that game in Montreal? What would have happened if Chad Kelly was there for Toronto? What would have happened if Drew Brown was healthy enough for Ottawa this past week? Because it's not like they blew him away. And he says he was more impressed by the 2 losses to Saskatchewan and Hamilton than he was these 3 wins.
Wow.
And that's kind of like where I'm like, okay, I'm glad he's seeing that because that's kind of where I like. Before every one of these last three games for the Elks, we're all saying, it should be a blowout for the Elks. They should go dominate. Like, look at this. Montreal so injured. The Elks should go dominate. Toronto, they're the worst. Ottawa, this isn't good. And they didn't dominate. The games weren't, there wasn't a moments where you didn't think the Elks might lose this game. In every one of those games, you're thinking, well, how are the Elks going to blow this? Or they might lose this. And that's a concern now going into the Calgarys of the world. And you still have to play Hamilton one more time. You still have to play Saskatchewan once. I don't know what this team is against those good teams again.
I think it's the glass half full versus half empty. I'm a half full guy. So I am like going into these games expecting to win a game. It's been a long time since you go to Commonwealth expecting to win a game. And even that Ottawa game, they're up whatever it was early. And I'm sitting there, I don't know how to feel. Right?
What was it, 17-0, right?
Yeah, it was. And you're like, well, this is great. They should be rolling over. But that anxiety, that anger wasn't there. And it's like, I don't know how I should be feeling about this right now. But that's a good thing. Like, they don't need to go. And it's fair, but like, what game has been a blowout other than this last weekend? Like, the 3 weeks before, there's 21-point leads, and all of a sudden in the last minute, you're kicking field goals to win. So I don't think you can count blowing out in the CFL a thing.
No, but it's 3 backup QBs or 3rd, 4th string QBs that you went up against. And it's what would happen if you went up against the star. Like, this team ultimately in the end has yet to beat someone good this season. And that's where my concern is for the second half of this season.
They're a drop touchdown away from beating Hamilton. Is Hamilton considered good?
Right, but they're also missed touchdown throw away from MBT hitting Snead in the end zone from them losing to Montreal. Because the next play is the pick 6, and that changes that entire football game. Montreal's up 19-2 or 3 or whatever at half.
Yeah.
That's a much different. Like, so I could do that counter both ways with that one.
Yeah.
This is why I need that Labor Day series, because I need to see what this team could go. What do you?
I think it's
you could be close against good teams, that's fine. But at some point, if you're going to want to make the playoffs, you got to beat good teams. And you look at the schedule the rest of the way. You got Saskatchewan still there.
But the last 2-3 years of not even being competitive.
But at this time, they were competitive the last 2 seasons. Going into Labor Day the last 2 years, we're talking about a winning streak.
Were we?
Yep.
I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Maybe
once the losing started happening again, you might have forgot.
As a fan.
You wipe out the bad seasons.
We've had seasons, I think I've only missed 2 years or 3 years when I was living up north since 94 with this team. And I remember going in university and you're going to games and Sean Fleming would miss a kick and you'd be all mad leaving, but you're 8-1 at home. Right?
The Elks last year were 3-1 in their 4 prior to Labor Day.
Okay.
They were 2-0 going into Labor Day, lost the very close game on Labor Day, and then won 2 after that. This time of the year, the last 2 years, there's been hope around this franchise.
Well, I heard the morning
and
show yelling.
then it's come down.
The morning show was yelling through the wall earlier this morning about the lines, and I think Play Alberta came out with Calgary as 7-point favorites.
Yeah, I saw a line earlier that was going to have it about 6.5 and stuff.
Would you say that's too much? 6.5? Like is
Depends on which Calgary shows up.
It's right now -8.
-8.
I almost want to
Serious?
I just want to bet the Elks to cover 8.
I think they can cover 8.
I think they could cover 8 too. Winnipeg's 6.5. I'm doing a quick parlay. Edmonton,
Just do it
Edmonton,
now.
Winnipeg to
Yeah, he's
cover
chefing
here.
it up.
Just to cover. That's a lot of points.
That is, yeah.
Look at what Calgary has done to Saskatchewan twice and Winnipeg 3 times. That's the one thing. Here, I'm going to just put $5 on this. Small little sprinkle right now. Not thinking.
Not 25 cents?
No, I'm not thinking right now, so I'll just do $5 on that one.
Okay,
Because those are
okay.
big
I'm
lines.
thinking
Those
out loud.
lines are going to shift at some point.
Well, it's always early in the week when you should
There's
be hopping on,
value.
right? There's always value early in the week. And then once
Yeah.
it's a day or two before the game, that's when the lines are, set
And they
a
won't
lot
start
closer.
practicing for a few days still.
Yeah, so
So
if
you
they
don't know about the injury reports?
walkthrough will be a Sunday, which means day 3 is Saturday, Friday. Thursday is technically day 1 of it. So that'll be the first injury report. Should be Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
They'll probably be on the field before then, but injury reports won't come out until Thursday. I don't know. The Stamps, like they go and beat the Riders this past
Well,
weekend.
did they beat Winnipeg when Claros was hurt? When it was Strevler?
No,
was
they beat Claros.
Oh, yeah, that was the one couple of. I lost
They
a
lost a few.
7-pointer that week.
So they beat Saskatchewan
pool?
32-15.
I love that Reed CFL pool.
It's fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm way at the bottom.
Oh wait,
but,
what did? Oh, I'm strong.
yeah. I'm doing good.
BC's dead to me.
Where is
in your
Reed?
pool.
I want them. Where are the standings this week? I had a 10-point week, but I don't know how much of a
he's on
difference it's
vacation.
going to
You got
make.
10?
No, I got 9. Actually, I got the Toronto BC game wrong, which
You only
I think
put
is
1?
actually going to help me. Yeah, I put 7 on Winnipeg this week.
See, no, I think I put 5 on Winnipeg, 3 on BC.
Yeah.
But so Saskatchewan or Calgary this year, they beat Saskatchewan 32-15, beat Winnipeg by 1 point prior to their bye. Lost with PJ Walker against Ottawa. PJ Walker came in, they blew it against
PJ Walker
Montreal.
is terrible.
But they beat Winnipeg 41-10. They beat Saskatchewan 24-10. They beat Winnipeg 37-16. Like, when you look at those numbers, it's very safe to assume that yes, Calgary -8 is a fair line
Fair.
because of who they are. Like I don't think I'm more surprised Saskatchewan 6.5 against Winnipeg. I think that one there should be a little bit.
But in these theme
Saskatchewan
games,
hasn't
it's-
beaten those teams big.
It's different though, right? Like in these theme games, you get up to play. Like it's Labor Day.
It is.
It is.
The Elks have also, this franchise went on a long losing streak on Labor Day.
Yeah. But they went on a long win streak before that.
Yeah, except now
I just remember that
I'm just
first
I'm
year.
gonna use we on this one. Tommy's not here.
Yeah.
We don't have the Labor Day record. In my lifetime,
Okay.
and it would have been in your lifetime too, probably. The Double E had had a winning record on Labor Day,
Oh, for sure they did.
and because of that losing streak, we've lost it.
Yeah, it's been a
And
lean like 15 years.
I think it was 2 years ago when Edmonton, they almost won in Calgary. They had the lead and blew it. I think that gave Calgary the lead. I think we were tied going into that one. So Calgary's up 1. Now I think we're tied again.
Okay.
Or are they still we blew it through the 10s.
So
It started when
the
the Stampeders started wearing those black jerseys on Labor Day.
It was all Bo's fault.
And then that 1 year,
Stupid
it's when Jeff Garcia came out of nowhere that year and just went insane on Labor Day. That was his welcoming party.
Because of Edmonton's win last year, it's now a 31-31-1 season series.
Is that just on Labor Day or?
For Labor Day Classic.
Okay.
We dominated. Now, yes, I'm using the we again. But if you go since 91, because before then, that's like it was. Okay, no, so Calgary won between 93 and 98 every year. Then Edmonton pick up their wins again. But then 06, Calgary, Edmonton, Calgary, Edmonton, Calgary, Edmonton, Calgary, Edmonton.
Well, What a time to be on a 3-game
Win streak.
Yes.
Yeah.
to go down on a Labor Day bus
It's gonna be fun.
with EST.
It's gonna be fun. Imagine if they
It's gonna
win.
be good.
Yeah.
Imagine if they do get that win.
They could. They could. You never
They
know.
could.
You never know.
I like that you're the half full because I'm half
Yeah.
empty.
Well, our Elks call is gonna help, or whatever we do down there.
Well, we got to figure out some stuff to do.
Well, I'm sure the Elks in their warehouse somewhere have
Gotta have
extra something.
We also just got to play Clausen's song. That's what Jay and I figured out on the post game show.
Just on repeat on the bus.
We'll
on
play.
the
We'll
way
have to. But well, there's like a part of it that like we could really get going. But yeah, like that needs to get played on the bus at least once on each bus.
Yeah.
Sneak out some of those speakers that we got from the EST Golf Classic.
We should be able to
Something
connect
like
it to
that,
the
yeah.
bus.
Yeah.
Oh,
bus
to
should
the
have-
oh, I thought you meant
assuming
at
we
the
could-
game.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
do it there at the game too. But I think on the bus, like as we're like getting closer.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta
Throw
find
that
old
on to get people going.
Do buses nowadays still have the old monitors where they played movies?
Well, they've got to have
Oh.
some sort of stuff.
Play old classic.
Yeah, what does
You
this
gotta
place
have it.
look
Classic
like?
Labor
Yeah.
Day
I think I have a DVD of the 2000. I might have a DVD of the 05 Grey Cup. I know I have a video file of the 15 Grey Cup.
Ooh.
That'd be nice.
So we could throw those on if
Yeah.
they have that type of bus. If you would like to join our Labor Day bus to Calgary, EdmontonSportsDoc.com, click on Labor Day bus at the very top. Use promo code EST Labor Day, and you can join us. We're filling out 2 buses to head down. I got to talk with the Elks how many spots are left on that second bus. I don't think there's many, so you're going to want to jump on that early. You're going to want to do that soon here because that might fill up very, very soon here. I got to say, I think we're taking a Red Arrow bus.
I've never been on a Red Arrow bus or anything like that. I've been on the ETS buses. That's as far as
That's
I've
it?
gone. I've
Yeah.
been on a train.
Yeah.
I've been on a plane and an automobile, but not a bus.
Not a bus. You'll like the coach bus experience.
So there's
That's gonna be nice.
complimentary
I love seeing
Wi-Fi.
those.
I remember.
That's cool.
I remember we were young,
too,
and my
nice.
dad was working in Fort Mac, and we went up to visit him. And we took the bus, and that was my first time on a bus, and it blew my mind. Like, there's a bathroom in the back. They got cookies. My sister came back with like the little packet of cookies. It was when you're 8 years old or 7 years old. That was like the greatest thing ever.
Okay, so there might be onboard movies and entertainment.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure I have some sort of USB files of the 15 Grey Cup at the very least.
that'd be good. See if you can find an old Labor Day game, like something from
who
like
would have that.
1984.
What was the one? There was one I remember. It came down to the goal line. This would have been late 90s. And it was stamps. I don't know if they had 3 shots from the one or if it was just 2 shots from the one, but they went for it. And the Elks, Eskimos at the time, stuffed them. And they won the game on a 3rd down stop. And it was the best. I was like young kids. Yeah. Just pump. Like I was expecting them to punch that one in from the one or whatever.
Yeah.
But they settled in and stopped. And that was one of my favorite Labor Day games.
It'll be good. The rematch. Hopefully that lower bowl is just complete.
Just
That'll be
packed.
fun.
What do we got for Ticketmaster?
My tailgates, 'cause
I,
you're like, I haven't been down there in a while.
I went to the Capital Care dinner with Dusty there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feast on the
and
Fields.
then El Presidente, if he's watching, kept bidding me up for the tickets in the President's Suite for that game,
Oh, yeah?
the rematch.
Did you win it?
Yes.
You got it done.
I
Good for
still
you.
got it done. It's gonna be that'll be cool. Like that's one of those ones where I got to a point where I'm like, okay, this is more than I want to spend. But it's
an
not like a
experience.
regular box. You're like, you can always find an opportunity to go there, but this is like the President's Suite, and who knows how much longer it's gonna be there. And so you just had to jump on that one.
You still have your season seats? Or do you just go?
Yeah, we have season seats.
So the west side, I'll try to explain this to people, but like there's not a lot left.
No.
I don't know if that section has been put up for sale yet. The ends of the west side have tickets for the rematch, but not a lot. And then on the east side, there's actually like a lot gone too. I would say right now, if I had to guess, we're probably looking at 24. But that's a week away.
Yeah.
Or like 2 weeks away. There's like people will buy as we
As
get
you get
going.
closer.
And
And the weather's nicer, and the kids are
hopefully
like
the
you're
weather's
not
nice for that.
traveling as much, like going camping or whatever. It's that first weekend in the fall.
It's too bad that week one game's not this weekend. The
Yeah.
forecast for this week,
Oh, it's crazy hot.
it's 23 right now. We're going to 30. Tomorrow 31. Wednesday 32. Thursday 33. Friday 33. Saturday 30. Wednesday 28. Calgary. The last forecast I had for Calgary on Labor Day, I think it's like 28 degrees or something like that.
Nice. Yeah.
Let's
That'd be
do the
pretty good.
10-day
But we're going to be
forecast
in
here.
the sun, right?
I don't know where our seats are.
That's what Dusty was saying on the morning show, that everybody will be situated on the sunny side of McMahon.
Unless
The
Dahmer's
east
told him something he hasn't told me. Last I heard is the Elks don't have their tickets yet. Or like they haven't. So
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe he
it'd be
knows
nice
better.
either way.
20 right now for Labor Day, 25 degrees
That's perfect weather.
with a bit of a breeze. So you've never been to McMahon Stadium.
I have not. No, I've
It'll be an
been to Calgary
experience.
very seldomly too. Twice in my life. I've
Calgary? You've only been to Calgary twice?
Yeah, once. I think I went sometime this summer, and then hit the donut mill on the way. Of course, that's what you have to do. It's a stop, right? Like,
See, and I never grew up with the donut mill as a stop.
oh,
Yeah.
It was always the Wendy's, Tim Hortons
that's
Yeah.
a good
combo.
That's
Like
a good
that hybrid spot.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever since
JBC's.
they changed that entrance into Gasoline Alley, just blow by it.
Well, and also
it's
like
just it's
also with gas tanks. Like before you had a stop.
yeah
Back when I was a kid, the van's not making it to Calgary.
yeah
You need a stop at Gasoline Alley to fill up to get you to Calgary. And now it's like, well, I could go there and back on one tank.
Yeah,
I don't need to stop.
no,
Does anyone need to stop? Nope. Okay, let's keep going. I want to get to Calgary.
I like the excuse to stop there though. Like
it's
just to
you
check
make
it
this
out,
stop when you
stretch
have
out.
little kids because they can't hold it for 2 hours or 2.5 hours or whatever it takes.
Babies.
I know, silly. But it used to be quick. Like you just pull off, pull back.
There wasn't a
on.
lot there.
No.
There was like the 50 style diner, which is now I think Ricky's.
Oh,
There was the Wendy's, Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
There
There's
was
a few
the-
gas stations, and then the
there's a
Shell
few-
had the McDonald's.
Yeah, there was the donut mill. There was the teapot
The
space.
A&W was on the other side.
yeah, because it changed. There's a couple. I think there's
Now I think
two
there's one on
separate
each
ones.
side. Yeah.
And like that's kind of it though. Like and now there's a brew house and there's a Costco.
There's
and
a
there's
there's a
liquor
Boston
store.
Pizza.
The Starbucks and all those other, the Pete's Drive-ins there.
Oh yeah, there's tons of things. And when we drove down there, we brought 2 cars, me and my buddies. We're like, oh, we're gonna meet at the A&W. They met on the one side of the highway. We met on the other because there was two. And I'm like, jeez. And we did the same thing when leaving the city. For some reason, we're like, let's meet up at a Walmart. So I'm not the driver. I just hopped in. We're going to this Walmart. Cool. Okay. They went to one across the city. We went to this one. And it ended up being the wrong one anyway, from what we said. So we went to a completely separate Walmart and then had to eventually meet at the same one. It was quite the experience. Not great planning.
Yeah.
El Presidente says was all for charity though. If I had known who I was bidding against, though, maybe I think could have
Bid up more.
could have split the difference and gone together.
Next season. Next season we'll do that.
Next year at for that Capital Care Golf Tournament, if we're there, I'll have to bring a generator because I want to be at the hole Luke Gasdick's at.
Yeah.
And
that'd be
broadcast
fun.
with Luke right at that hole.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
I heard when that I was listening to you when that kind of the light bulb went off.
I didn't know I didn't know that was I didn't know we had a hole there. 2, I didn't know that there was going to be someone there being like beat the pro type thing. And 3, I didn't know it was going to be Luke.
Yeah.
Should ask these questions.
Yeah.
Also,
Next
speaking of
time.
golf, Brooke Henderson, winner of the Women's Open.
Well, how
Canada,
did that
she won.
15-year-old end up?
Let me double
Were you
check.
about to do
She was.
I was going to give snaps to Brooke Henderson.
Yeah.
Big win for her.
I think Dang was like 272 when I read it yesterday, and it was phenomenal. Like she was
Yeah.
just for.
It's
I
incredible.
can't even imagine doing that right now. Well, like I suck at golf, but like to be 15 years old and that good at golf
Yes.
is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Competing against people with so much more life experience, like probably people have
Just
played-
the pressure, right?
As
As
long
a
as she's been
15-year-old to be able to handle that stress to go against adults and
So she finished
TV cameras and the whole country watching you. That's insane.
She finished
interviews,
T20. She, I guess, is keep retaining her amateur status because it doesn't show that she wins any money. She went 66, 73, 68, 73 to be 4 under par for the day or for the tournament.
That's still incredible.
Brooke Henderson started with a 71 opening round, then went 66, 65, 67 to finish at 15 under par, winning her just over $400,000. She will defend her title next year here in Edmonton at the Royal
That's
Mayfair.
right, the Mayfair.
Yeah. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage right here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Portions of this hour of the Hangout, they are brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, highproductmarketing.com. Terry McLaurin, he's agreed to a 3-year extension with the Commanders. So Jay Milne will be coming in very happy today, knowing that he's back.
Yeah. After their golf, Reed and Jake golfing.
Yeah, so you didn't get an invite.
Nope, not even. Nope, they he brought up to you last week when you were filling in for Reed that you two should go golfing. And, you know, I had my headphones off. It was during a commercial break. I was right there and I wasn't even asked. So I kind of said, oh, well, thanks for the invite, Jay. And it turns out on Sunday we had Matt Gawley from the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Country Club on the VIP Golf Show, live Sundays 8 to 10 a.m. Murray McCourt, Curtis Stock. They had a great
Very
lineup.
natural plug. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the segues. I learned it from the best here. This Matty Iwanyk right here, but that they were going to be golfing there, so I think they're at EGM, and I got no invite.
I think they're doing 9.
Well,
This is a
Good for
faux
them.
pas, I will say, from Glue Guy.
Yeah.
not
Well,
very
last time I
bluish of
talked to
him.
Reed at the Bash, me and Cliff were saying he should come out golfing because him and Cliff have been buddies since Lloyd. And he starts telling us all about his old man injuries and how he doesn't golf anymore and this and that. So he dusted us, and now. So I'm in the same boat as you.
They've been talking about going golfing a few times, and so you guys thought, wow, hurts. I just the Jay one was because I heard you say that thing. Jay offered if I wanted to go golfing. He says, take the Hangout off. And I had to respond with, well, I can't because Tommy's doing the Reed Wilkins show with you because Tommy's going to do it this week. So I have to do like this show. So I can't.
Yeah.
And he was right there and there was no offer to their producer.
And I don't come in usually until 11, so it would have been perfect timing.
Well, for the same, for you're coming in with Jay. Like you guys all both do the same. Like he comes in around the same time. It could.
Okay, but
there was no offer.
How is your golf game going? Because I know you're doing that thing with the pro, and like, in fairness to Jay, like, would you be a golfer? Like, do you want to get out as much as you can, or is that experiment
Can't get
over?
better without golfing more.
No, but I don't know where he
reps,
sits because I kind of lost track of that. Sorry.
No,
but I don't know if you're still at it, if you're still trying to become a golfer, or where you like, I tried it, I'm done.
Yeah, some days I'd want to do it. I'd be very excited to do it. Then other days it would be on the back burner, which happens with everybody. But being on vacation for 2 weeks, I didn't bring a golf club out there.
Okay.
My teacher, Cam Martins from the Windermere Golf and Country Club, Murray McCourt, connected me with him.
Yeah.
For breaking 100, which I still have to make another video for. But
Do you get to
it's
play
been
the
going
Windermere?
okay. Sorry?
Do you get to play Windermere?
No, I'm
nice
not
course.
sure. I
I
might
saw a
have to
guy
bring
lose
that
a
up with
club in
Cam.
the water there.
There's a
It was
lot
a
of
rainy
places.
day, and he went with his 9-iron and he swung, and then you just saw the club go.
Did he get it?
No, went right in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how deep is lake?
It's a deep lake,
You're not going in that.
and it was
swim.
pouring rain. There was no, and this is a big one. Like there's no.
Oh, yeah, I could probably manage doing something like that, but I do want to get golfing. Like I was gonna go to the pitch and putt near the Kensman Rec Center with a bunch of my buddies to practice that. I was at the range yesterday, practicing my putting and my chipping and everything, and then today I'm gonna be going again after work with another one of my friends, Sandpiper, this weekend on Sunday. I'm trying to get in as much golf as I can.
I will say this: I think Reed and Jay they're golfing with Matt from the Garrison.
I'd assume so. Yeah, I think that's
If he was there, he could have got some extra tips.
Yes.
well,
And so the invite wasn't there.
No, the invite should have been there. Sorry, I didn't know. Like my point being was I didn't know if you put away the clubs or if you just.
He's golfed more than I have.
Which is
Wow.
yeah, I've probably went 5 times. Most recently, well,
Come
Lewis
twice.
Estates before I went on my trip. But you know, you lose some footing. It took me probably 30 to 40 swings to get back in the motions of things once I made it to the range yesterday. But like, I don't know, I can hit a ball, and I might be some weight. Okay, like I could understand from their perspective, but there wasn't even the offering there.
Yeah.
It's
know what I mean?
I don't. I'll say Big U goes just hashtag truth hurts.
If
In
the
this
camera accidentally comes down and cuts half of them off.
Yeah. In this case, Coob isn't good enough at golf to be offended he wasn't invited. But it's not the golf part of this, and this is where I'll go with this one. It's him, it's Reed, and who's their producer?
Me.
and I got the invite. If they didn't invite me, then it's different.
Well, everybody works for
I
you,
would
so
agree.
you want to invite the boss.
But I was sitting and it was like, hey, you should come. And it wasn't then thrown, Coob, would you like that's where
Yeah.
it's.
I will
And I've
say-
even put it out there that I'd be up to golf with you guys. Maybe they forgot, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, I'll say this.
I
Like,
got some passes for you if you want to go golfing.
Oh, thanks.
I have a campsite right next to Dorchester Ranch by Pigeon Lake, and we tee off at 7 a.m.
best
and
tee
by 9:30 you're done. Like it takes 2.5 hours. The other day we played a 4-hour round, and it was so frustrating that we had to wait. Like it's city golf is terrible. You go to Millwoods and it's like a 4.5 hour round. Now I'm not saying anything bad about Millwoods.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying that
it's the pace of play
It's the pace of play.
I could do 4:15. Generally, it goes by nicely. As long as it's a good smooth pace and you're not waiting too long,
Yeah.
then it's fine. But I love that first tee time of the day where
Oh,
you don't have
you
to
just
wait at
go.
all. You just, get to the tee box, put your ball down, hit it, keep going, and you just keep going. And the pace is so nice.
Yeah. We
is
played
magical.
Victoria once, and this is
That's a tough one.
probably 15 years ago.
For the pace.
It took 3 hours to do 9. And
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
like, I'm done. I
Because
walk
they also
off.
do walk-ons, and they'll
Yeah.
just squeeze people in.
And the thing is, it's a short course, and you get like so many people go, "Oh, I'm going to go for the green. I'm going to go for the green." You're like, you're not going to hit it for the one time out of 100 that you can. Like, why are you stopping everybody? But that's just my little.
It also, COVID helped some courses learn though that instead of like stop trying to cram in those extra tee times, and space out your tee times a little bit more, and the pace will go a lot easier.
Yeah.
Place. I think like before you would put tee times like 7 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Now you're seeing more closer to the 10s, and those extra few minutes maybe takes 4 or 5. I don't know how many
Groups
it works
out,
out
but
off throughout the whole day if you have
Yeah.
a full day. But the pace is better and people are going to enjoy themselves more and they're more likely to come back.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm in somebody's group.
Yeah.
I might
Well,
take
that's
a
just
few
where you
extra
then have
swings.
to, like, as a slower golfer, you just have to understand that if you're being slow at times, you just got to pick up your ball and move ahead.
I've done
It's
it.
just
Yeah.
that simple.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah.
And like, score doesn't matter. Right?
No.
It really doesn't. And even now, we barely keep score. It's just it's getting out, and that's when you get better. Is like when there's no pressure on. You're just there and you're hitting the shot.
Well, I was, Cal in the park, his son, Quentin, ran into us at the Red Tail on Friday, Jay and I.
Yeah.
And he was going by himself. And I was like, what do you like? And he's just like, I'm not keeping score today. I need to work on some things. I'm just going to go have some fun, hit some shots. I was like, that's
Yeah.
the way to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
I do that my first round of the year every year. I will not keep score because I know I'm also shaking off rust and all that.
Yeah.
It's not going to go well. I'm going to have bad shots. So I'm just going to go enjoy myself, try to figure out my swing again, figure out how did I do things properly. And I usually find out, like, I had a good round.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah,
round.
you
I'll-
find your game.
I'm
I'll
trying the
count
new
them.
fat grips.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, to see how that works.
So on all of your clubs.
All my clubs, except for 2 of my wedges, because I really like those wedges, so I didn't want to mess with those. But everything else, I put the fat grips on.
Right. So, well, if you don't mind me asking, like to get the fat grips on all your clubs, how much was that to go through that process? Was it?
Interesting story.
Oh, okay. I like this. There we go.
No, so Corey Collins is a great kid, and he runs the Golf Traders on the south side.
Love
Oh,
golf
yeah.
traders.
Yeah.
I
I
went there. It was
I told
great.
you to go there at one time.
Yeah,
was awesome. They're
yeah,
great.
go see Corey. Actually, me and his dad. His dad was my staff sergeant when I was up in Fort Mac, which is kind of a cool story. And he worked as a guard in the cells that we had there. So that's how I got to know Corey back in the early 2000s. But so I went into his shop one day. We were talking about fat grips, and he's like, "Well, you know, if you decide to get them, whatever." So I started looking on Amazon. I see a set of Golf Pride ones that were like, "Wow, this is a little bit cheaper than what I'd pay him, but he'll still do the install." And I ordered them in. I go to Corey, I drop him off, and he sends me a text, and he's like, "Hey, you got knockoffs." So he's like, "If you want me to put them on, I'll put them on." But he's like, "I have the proper ones," and I'm like, "Okay, fine, just put on the proper ones. I'll return the knockoffs." So I got to go drop those off at Staples so they can ship them back to Amazon.
They make
I
it
love
really
that part.
easy though.
Yeah, you don't have to box it.
Yeah.
For some of them, most of them nowadays. So every so often I get one return where I'm like, damn it, I have to put it in the box. But now you just bring it to Staples and here you go. Even Canada Post is now starting to do it.
Oh, is it?
Without packing.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I know how
um,
easy it was. Yeah.
But the moral of the story is go to the actual shop, get the official ones. Don't try and circumvent it on Amazon if you get them. But I found I've played 2.5 rounds with them. But I find that it is true. Like I don't because I screw up my shots when I start gripping too tight.
Yeah.
Right? You got to have the loose hands, and I consciously have to think before my swing. Okay, relax your hands. And I notice that with the fatter grips, I'm not squeezing as tight, and that really helps.
I just need new clubs because my irons, I bought them at a golf show. They were used from Highlands, so I knew they were in quality shape. But at the time, they were like, I think they're from like 07, the irons. And the technology of golf clubs have changed so much in these 20 years.
Especially
and I'm missing
drivers.
out probably on, well, my driver's newer.
Okay.
The driver, it was just irons, but like I'm probably missing out on a good 10 yards on my clutch shots right now, just based on technology alone. And the forgiveness that those clubs have gotten nowadays and stuff.
But I kind of gave up on that a few years ago because you see these old guys that, been rocking the same clubs for 20 years that you throw a hula hoop down the fairway and they, it's only 170 yards or 150 yards, but they can hit it every time. And so you're trying to bash your ball and getting as deep as you can. And then they come out and you walk out with double bogey and they've parred it. Right. So it's
They're just safe golf.
yeah. It's not fun and it's not sexy, but it brings down the scorecard. So I was like, nah, I don't need new technology. I just need to be smarter.
Maybe I need to pick up more clubs at Valley Village. That might be the
No, you don't.
statement.
Yeah,
for
that I would
but,
go against. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never used. I bought a 3-wood that one time where it was all bent up, out of shape. There was dents everywhere, all over it for like $4.50. I kept the tag on it, brought it into the old studio and stuff. I don't think I ever used it. I might have tried it at the range, but I was like, yeah, I can't. I might as well just use like a lower iron. Just do anything else. It's so bad. Some of those clubs there. Try and find some good ones though.
Yeah.
I want to get new irons, but I also want them fitted because anyone that I know that has got fitted clubs, it makes a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I need to one day do. That'll be 2026, Matt. Actually, it might not be. Next year, I want to go to the World Cup, and that's going to cost a lot of money.
That's going to cost you enough.
EST at the World Cup. You represent.
I'm going.
EST.
I don't know if EST's going, but I will be
Live
going to those
shows.
World Cups.
Run it past HR Daddy.
I'll have to go
Big
talk. If I
correspondent.
don't have to take a vacation day, I'll gladly do my shows from there. But if otherwise, nope. I will have to. I got to actually do that this week. Is just book some hotel rooms. I heard Vancouver's pricing is already ridiculous, but I found some decent ones in Toronto.
What's the latest on games coming up here with the countries that can't get visas at States?
That's
Is there
not
anything-
going to change.
That's not going to change?
No.
Okay.
One, Steve Sandor wrote a good article. I got to get Sandor back on the Hangout actually because he's got a book coming out. But he wrote a piece in the Journal/Sun where even asked about the idea because one, nothing's going to change because FIFA doesn't change these things.
Yeah.
FIFA's as corrupt as you'll ever be. They were just at Qatar. They're not going to take it away from the U.S. But it
look
was
how they did Edmonton dirty by flipping to Vancouver at the last. But
Well,
they
that's
probably
now-
did
that's-
Edmonton a favor by not having a.
That's the president of CONCACAF who's Canadian, who I'll never have. I'm so mad at him. But it's one of those things where we would have needed to have started renovations on things.
Yeah.
We don't have the renovations done. So it's like in less than a year, we couldn't do it.
No.
So no, it'll be the World Cup will be just where it's going. But we're less than a year away. Big weekend for Canadian soccer players. Jonathan David in his first match for Juventus scored a goal.
Nice.
And Tejan Buchanan with his new club in Spain, he had a hat trick.
Wow, really?
He's tied with Mbappe after week 2, maybe, I think, of La Liga for most goals in La Liga. Yeah, he's had a hat trick.
awesome.
He had this great, he put one through the legs and then ripped one top corner and stuff from a tight angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tejan Buchanan with a big goal. Alistair Johnson got hurt last week. He's out 3 months, so that hurt. But for goal scorers,
That's pretty good.
big weekend.
So do you think this last little while of the Canadian national team doing really well and these players coming up, has it spurred more players in Canada playing? Do we have a better feeder system?
I don't know.
I don't know a
We've
lot about
seen,
soccer,
I
but-
think we've seen an increase. If you go to the numbers of the youth, hockey's had a little bit of a decline in their country, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Soccer has seen a growth. The issue that you'll have, I think, when anyone talks about Canada soccer, though, is we're not good on the men's and women's side because of Canada soccer. We're just fortunate that we have these good players.
Okay.
And they're not. And the question is, we don't know if our development system's great. And that needs an improvement. And they have a new person in charge, Kevin Blue, hopefully, who's going to help fix things.
Okay.
But I think there are more people playing. Whether it's we have the right system to help develop them more is another question.
Yeah.
But this hopefully would be a nice catalyst to getting us.
It would be
To be
nice.
getting
It'd be
better.
nice to get that because our population base is getting big enough that we should be a little more competitive in the world scale. It's and not just
Yeah.
soccer, but in other sports
Yeah.
as well, right? Where it's not like we're a little country and you only have 2 track and field stars. So at the summer games, we're not winning anything.
No, we might have the star of the summer games in 28. Summer McIntosh.
Yeah,
might be like,
she's
she might be the face
insane.
of those games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At this pace that she's going right now, like she'll be in contention to be one of the biggest stars of that whole Olympics. That I'm taking EST to.
Okay.
It's on my board. Tommy and I said we're bringing the hangout there. And CJ, who's now in Chicago, said she's got us for a place in LA
Sweet.
because she was CJ in LA.
CJ in LA, now in Chi-Town. There we go. Well, you think of like the basketball aspect of it too. Like, I mean, hockey, there's always like huge Canadian names, but Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, like some of the young kids maybe looking up playing basketball in like grade 7, grade 8, maybe might want to keep at it.
Well,
because
we've
they
seen
see
that
the
in
fellow
basketball.
Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen that growth.
See that more and more.
It happens. It happens in all sports. Like when the others weren't making the playoffs, registration wasn't really growing in Edmonton. Now they make the playoffs. Kids see it, they come up. Basketball, after the Raptors won, the whole We the North, the whole country was behind them. More people start going there. Blue Jays are going to do well. Our baseball association will grow next year.
It's interesting to see how how Canadian pro sports really trickles down and can affect more localized markets and just what sport a kid wants to play.
They get
quite
excited
amazing,
about
actually.
something and they
Yeah.
want to go do it.
It's what's in your face. It's what you see.
Yeah.
Right?
If it's on the headline.
If the Raptors are on the news every day and everyone's talking about it and your social media is full of it, then you're going to want to play it.
Like the Canadian women's national soccer team, they had the big thing here in Edmonton in 2002, the U19. We got to the
Yeah.
finals, like on the Americans, and it kickstarted the women's side.
Yeah.
It helped also. We had Christine Sinclair.
But that was like almost her coming out party. From what I
That was her
remember.
start.
Yeah.
Because she was, I guess she would have been 19 or 18 or whatever it was at
Yeah.
the start. And then they got going and stuff, and that was the huge moment for the women's side. The men's side, I don't even know what the moment would kind of been, but might have been that run for the 2022 World Cup. That was a fun year. Just the run up to the World Cup and those qualifying games and all of
Yeah.
that stuff. And then those 2 matches here were fantastic.
It's just funny sitting outside the stadium and hearing the Tales of the North blaring on the sound speaker at Commonwealth.
that was the best thing.
That was funny.
We had Tales of the North for that, and then I had a buddy who's actually might be the guy I think on the air right after the morning show on Cruz FM, Ty. They needed someone to just voice like a PA announcement.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you want to do this? He's like, sure. So we had a couple of connections to those Ice Teca games for the PA stuff. I thought that they should have done those Tales of the North like as the player, like right before the players
come on. Yeah.
If they played that to the crowd,
Yeah.
that would have fired up everybody going there.
Is there a soundbite still of that? Like, could I find that somewhere? The Tales of the North? Because that'd be unbelievable to go
I
back.
might have it on email somewhere or my computer somewhere.
Yeah. Because there's always some of those files that go missing. They become lost media.
The only thing
Yeah.
I would say that was the problem with that one at the stadium is they played it on loop. And the
Yeah.
first game we got there because it was COVID, so you had to get your ID out, all that stuff. And we stood in line for a while because we were also waiting for the gates to open. And I heard that so many times in a row. I'm like, you can mix this up with something else here.
Yeah. Or the
that's
person
all
working
that
there must
played.
hate it.
Yeah.
But
Right, like-
it got us fired up. It
But
got
it-
me fired up.
Yeah, it didn't matter if it was COVID or not. It was 60,000 people coming into that stadium.
It was awesome.
It's funny that it's built for that, but they don't know how to run it when that many people are
Well,
coming.
but it's built for 45.
But
And then they added seats after.
Well, because it used to be
Commonwealth
that
Games was
lawn
for-
and,
yes.
and flowers, but I thought the idea was always going to get converted to seats after.
No, but because I remember having Dahmer on, by all accounts, that was designed only for, like, it was everything's designed for 45.
Makes sense.
So when they have more,
yeah,
and like Morgan Wallen,
Wallen.
damn it,
Wallen. Yeah,
Morgan
you're close,
Wallen,
you're close, yeah.
because he's coming up soon.
yeah,
Is
he's
he
got
not?
2 shows in September.
That place is going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought Metallica was bad, but Morgan Wallen's just
It'll be about the
top
same.
of the top.
No,
I mean,
because Metallica was sold out. I think.
True,
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder how it would be. Well, rowdiness wise, it'll still be rowdy, but I feel like people would show up big time for Morgan Wallen. Like he's a
he'll sell
superstar
out 2
now.
shows.
Yeah.
Like that's
Easy.
yeah,
Easy, yeah. So the back-to-back days, like, well, even when the weekend came by. I mean, I didn't see online anything, that might have been awry. But like you see videos all the time, everyone's cramped like sardines trying to get a hot dog here, and they're sold out there.
Well, the problem is that they do better now in those shows, but still, like when I went to Luke Combs, I think there was only cash only on if you're on the floor, because the Wi-Fi and the radio doesn't really transmit properly.
Oh shoot!
And so you're standing there
makes sense.
forever for the debit machines, or they had cash machines and you had to go get cash.
Go.
And now they're starting to put like the Johnny on the spots, couple of rows of those. Because it's everybody has to come down and everybody goes up to the one concourse.
Yeah.
And you can tell people who aren't familiar with Commonwealth because they'll stay to the outside and not go into the add-ons that they built. Like you go into the add-on, there'll be nobody in the bathrooms there, but there'll be 200 people in line outside.
Those add-ons from 01. So brilliant.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it Trev who said he started peeing in the sink at Commonwealth?
Because it looks like it looks like a communal big tub,
trough,
right?
yeah.
It's a big trough coming around.
It was also David Staples.
I almost did that.
What?
David Staples tweeted about that once. It's two of my favorite things about David Staples. He tweeted something about it, and people were like, "You do know that that's the sink." And then there was the other one where someone asked him, like he talked about how great a player was, and somebody asked him like, how many times did you see him play? And he's like, a handful of times. And they're like, he's dead. Like he played in like the 20s.
Yeah.
And it was one of that
one.
tweet. I was just like, that is outstanding. That is outstanding. But yeah, he tweeted it once about
Peeing in the sink.
Yeah. Well, how don't you see the wall of urinals in the backdrop? Do you know what I mean? Like they have quite the amount there to sustain people coming in, right?
I'm in a different, like I to me, it doesn't make sense how you could think that that's a pee spot. But my dad was an IA teacher, and at the day in St. Basil's, I remember going there, he had those type of sinks in his IA room. So when I was younger, I saw that and I knew that was to wash your hands. And as a kid, I'm like, this is so cool because but so I knew anytime I went to Commonwealth. But but I had that extra learning prior.
Yeah.
I
could kind of see where people would be like, but
most of the recent time I was there, though, I forgot about it. And then, use the bathroom the first time normally and then came in. And then I stood there for a sec. I'm like, wait, no, I don't want to pull a Trev. Because it's like, well, like I did the same thing.
The other question is, how many drinks did Trev have?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. You see the first thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to walk that distance so you don't see it in the backdrop or something like that. But I grew up that same way. Like, I don't know, when I was like 15, they had the trough kind of pedal, sinks like they have at Commonwealth.
Yeah.
And it's weird how the water runs down, but that they do that for like the mechanics class too. When I went to Harry Ainley, and then the gravel soap, because they just have sand in the soap to get all the mud
that was
oil off your hands.
back to Nate. Did you ever use the bathrooms with the mechanics and stuff? Like they had that hard soap.
Yeah, you got to get it to get the grease off.
Yeah,
right?
so that was funny as radio kids. We'd have to, because we're in a building full of engineers or like mechanics or whatever. And so you go use our bathroom and there's like this hard soap and we're just pushing buttons, but we're having to use this hard soap.
Hey, they changed the soap to a little more soft though, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they have two variations of it. Like they might have the big orange thing with the pump
What a baby.
of soap.
It's probably cheaper to go with normal soap.
Oh, that soap's probably like $40 for one of those things. Yeah. It was
Kept my
nice soap.
hands
It would
clean.
clean you. Yeah. I need that at home. Yeah.
Kept them soft and dainty.
Well, I don't think keep it kept too soft because those would rip whatever off. The official drink of the EST Hangout is the Finnish long drink legend in 1952, a drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor. Longdrink.com/Canada where you can enter your postcode and find the liquor store or establishment nearest you with the long drink in stock. This is the Hangout here in Edmonton Sports Talk across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio channels on YouTube, as well as thank you to those listening on podcast. Reminder, coming up at 11 o'clock, we got the Lock Shop. At noon, it is the Oil Stream. EST Afternoons, myself and Gager with Zach, and then Reed Wilkins Show, Tommy with Jay and Zach on the Reed Wilkins Show. Right now, Kevin Bhandal, Zach, Matt with you here on the Hangout. Did you watch NFL? Because you're getting set for an NFL fantasy draft this week, and you say you don't do fantasy. Do you watch NFL? Or you?
If it's on, I'll flip through.
Yeah.
This year I might watch more because I got one of those IPTV boxes.
They're great.
Yeah, so now like you can watch anything at any time. So it may. So way back when, I used to be a Dolphins fan.
Okay.
But I realized I was a Dan Marino fan.
Oh, okay.
And so after Marino retired, my interest kind of dwindled. And I was liking Tampa there for a while because I really like Mike Allstott. I
he
think
was
that guy
great.
was a beast. And then I got into fantasy when, everybody, because I had a little bit of FOMO and I jumped in a bunch of leagues. And then one year I was like, I wonder if I'd watch the NFL if I'm not in fantasy, and I didn't. And I'm not playing that game where one league is better than the other or what it is.
It's everyone has their own interests.
Yeah, and when we were kids, you had 13 channels, and the only NFL games were on NBC out of Seattle, and the Kingdom. I don't know what it was. It's the lighting, the green color of turf. It just visually wasn't appealing to me, so I never watched it. And I just never, I know that was, I have buddies that are big Seattle fans because they like the Dave Craigs and the Steve Largens from back then. But so I will watch some of it. I'm familiar with the league, but I'm not intricately have that knowledge.
Now they have the IPTV, NCAA football, baby.
It's
Week
a
zero
game.
this
That
week.
thing is a game
They don't call it
changer.
week 0, you said, though, anymore.
I saw someone posted as week 0. The NCAA website, I found the TV schedule because I was trying to see what game I wanted to go watch. They wrote it as week 0.
Oh,
But
well.
ESPN and everywhere else says it still is week 1. It's like a long week 1. So I don't know officially what it is. For me, in my heart, it'll always be week 0.
Week 0.5.
Week 0, baby. There was a game in Dublin, Kansas State versus Iowa State. The quarterback for, I think, Kansas State, his brother and his dad got into a fight outside the stadium after the game.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And they put out a release and stuff that they're sad and they're disappointed in themselves and stuff. But yeah, there's just video of the
Family
dad and
matters,
the
yeah.
brother
Wow.
just getting into a brawl is great. College football's back, baby.
There we go. Yeah. That's exactly what you want.
You can watch so many different games. You can
Yeah.
watch the most random games. It's great.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
They're in
and it
Dublin
allows
and-
you to. So I always liked Florida State, and they had Charlie Ward back in the day.
baby.
Love that guy. And then now I kind of started gravitating towards Tennessee. But now I can actually watch their games, and
Bulls.
you can get their. Well, it's Jonathan Crompton. I got to know him. He's a good guy, and he played there. and they
Jonathan
came in.
Crompton. I haven't heard that name in a
Yeah,
while.
he's hilarious.
What was it? Yeah, there's just, you could watch all those games. It's great. This past weekend, Iowa State, Kansas State was on TSN Plus in Canada. So you'd have to have TSN Plus. You'd have to have TSN Plus. You didn't get it on. I went, because I was just going to flip it on TSN, and I was like, it's not even on my TSN channel. So then I flipped to my IPTV and I was like, well, cool. I'll
it's
just
right
watch
there.
it on ESPN.
Yeah.
So, I like my NCAA. So the only thing, I don't think I get the Mountain West channel. So I missed out on UNLV taking on, I don't know who it was.
I don't even know
Damn.
who it was.
I kept,
I'm gonna try
I kept
different
my regular
IPTV now.
cable because I got to have the normal feed.
I still have my TELUS.
But I find that even so with our CFL fantasy group, we have a group chat, and that's the other great thing about the CFL fantasy is that there's always any game you watch, I can throw something in that group chat, and someone else is watching with you.
See, and we can't
Yeah.
for the most part because, a Rider game, especially, spoiler risk, and we don't want to spoil
really?
it for someone. We
No,
have
see, there's
Well, turn
don't
your
want to
notifications off then.
yeah, then that's on you, right? I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching the game live, but I think it's Justin, who's in Balgony, Saskatchewan. His feed's always 5 seconds earlier.
Oh,
Right. And it's there's nothing worse than when he's like, effing Brett Lawler. And you're just, and then all of a sudden,
Wow.
hey, wait, is that a good one or a bad one? Because the kick's about to happen.
Jay was a little nervous, I'm thinking, at the time, because when we were at the Nasty Bash for the Owls game, I had my computer up and I have a CFL stats website that I had open, and I wasn't even following it, but it's ahead. I
Yeah.
can see what's, if I'm sitting watching a CFL game with you guys, I could have that up and I could tell you what's going to happen about 3 seconds early.
Is that the CFL.ca site? Like their game tracker?
It's
or
a
is it-
behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
And you have to have a media login and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Jay at one point, he was nervous. I'll say it. He was nervous because he went and he just grabbed my computer and he turned it down because he didn't want to see it because he didn't like it.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
And because I had it up and I wasn't even following along with that. I was good at having it blocked out, but he was it was late in that game, so he just turned that down and stuff. So it sucks watching sports when it could get spoiled like that.
Yeah.
yeah. And where you live for Oilers games too, right? You're just so close to it all once it comes postseason.
I also did find on our TVs the TELUS box that we use
Okay.
is more behind than the TSN or Sportsnet app specifically.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that like the CFL game when I was using the TELUS app for, I'm like, this is really behind. And I used the TS when I was closer.
Now, really behind is like 15, 20 seconds or
Closer to 40, 50 seconds.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That.
When
that's
we're
too
at the
bad, yeah.
trailer, I take my tablet and turn in TELUS Plus and watch it on there. But I'm kind of stealing the Wi-Fi there, so it's a little bit. It gets paused and delayed. Yeah. So as the game goes on, I'm further and further behind.
Oh,
and so your buddy will run
yeah.
on your deck going, ah! And you're like, just hold on for 2 minutes.
We'll say I found a good IPTV that I like right now. That I'm locked in for 2 more years at TELUS, but this might be my last 2.
Oh.
Yeah. It's because nothing is, other than sports, really, like nothing is live.
No,
everything is, even when I had cable, you'd PVR, like Big Brother. Like I'm a Big Brother watcher, but I PVR the 6 o'clock one on time shift. And then when I have time, I'll watch it.
I could always, if there's something I don't have, I could always quickly download it. And I get all the Edmonton channels anyway. So if I do want my news, my IPTV has all of them.
Yeah.
I can watch all of them. And it's just a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm at
Sailing the seas.
Yeah. So it's free for you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pat's calling me right now.
Oh,
Said it earlier.
do you want me to take the phone call? I'll walk
No,
away.
I'll email him after. I'm kind of in the middle of something here.
Answer from your phone.
You have news and notes that you want to get
I
to.
do. I mean, they're not. Yeah.
Because you pulled those. He always brings,
I always try. Yeah.
he comes prepped.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Great.
Because he
At least
texted me
someone is.
midway through. He's like, hang out tomorrow? I'm like, most definitely. So then I have like, a handful of things. Tyson Berry
Yeah, he
calls
retired
it quits.
today. Yeah.
Announced his retirement, former Oiler. What's the one thing you remember from Tyson Berry's career in Edmonton or just as a whole? Like, is there anything that sticks out to you from Berry's playing time here with the Orange and Blue? Maybe he's, I don't know, went under the radar a bit, got some flack here and there, fast skater.
I just think it's that power play. Like that power play really started going off when he was here.
Yeah.
And then Bouchard took over and it continued.
Yeah.
But like that's when that power play was just,
He kicked
it was
it
like,
through,
it was like back when the Golden States had their heyday with Steph and Draymond and all, like they would just make those passes and it was like art on the court. The Oilers power play was art on ice.
Oh, it was sweet.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys that was the launch of that
And he
power
had
play
quite
kind
the
of
year when they got that
Yeah.
going. Like that COVID season, I believe it was too.
So
Like he
that's-
had a couple good years.
So that's what I'll remember.
The thing I remember about him is when he left.
Yeah.
And in the sense that he was such a part of the core here of the guys. Like he was a good guy in the room. And it was kind of, I don't know how much of it's true or not that, they run things past Connor and like, how's this going to do in the room or whatever. And you saw after the season, all these guys were at his wedding, so they didn't take it personally. But it's that thing where Connor's matured enough to be where it's like, okay, even though he's a good player and we're taking a risk, taking a step back, getting a young kid in here for the betterment of the team, we got to get his salary out of here.
Yeah.
And I think that's a maturing of the players that you see. And you didn't see anybody having poopy pants or being sad after he left. I think the thing that, for me, Tyson Berry leaving is showing the maturity of the team.
Okay. Oh,
What about you?
I don't know. Whenever I think of his name, Barrie, Ontario. One of my friends is from Barrie, Ontario. No, he's always a great fast skater. Like he had a good time with the Oilers. So
Yeah.
just
He
the
had a good
fact that he
career.
was just absolutely unbelievable skater. Like he was so fast. When I think Tyson Berry, I just think of the Flash right away. That's the one
Yeah,
thing. that
he was
sticks
really
out to me.
smooth.
The only thing is, Mike Babcock's the only one that tried making him something that he's not, and it didn't work.
And then he
Babs
went
did
back
that
to what worked.
Right, but that was like they tried making him this defensive defenseman and like all of that. And it's like this isn't who he is.
Yeah.
And he had a crap year.
Yeah.
No kidding. Nice work, Mike.
Wow, good job. Yeah. Exact opposite play style of what he was supposed to. And then, I guess a little bit more negative, at least from this player's perspective, Ben DiNucci tweeting
Oh, I saw this tweet.
the just being cut for the 7th time beer. Nobody would understand the airport beer after your 7th time being cut from an NFL team.
Yeah, so this guy quarterback.
Yeah.
He got cut, and he tweeted out at beer at the airport, and he says nothing like that beer after being cut for the NFL team for the 7th time. And then I saw a baseball player post to do something similar, like, oh, if it's anything like this one, it tastes great. Hey, you've gone to that many camps.
Yeah, that's what somebody replied with, because on Twitter, it's just it goes everywhere. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's quite the feat. And I don't think anyone else could say that they've been cut from an NFL team 7 different times. Not the same team, but
This is the 7 teams came up and said, "Hey, would you like to come to camp with us?"
Oh, he could just be a camp filler. I've never even heard of this guy until I saw that tweet on the weekend.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, who are you? Like, you're just the guy who goes to camps because they need somebody to throw the ball and get your $200 and leave, right?
Yeah.
Like, shame on you. They keep going. Like,
Go to the USFL,
Yeah.
or UFL, or come to Canada.
Whatever it is.
See,
Yeah.
to make your shot here in Canada
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're good enough.
ooh, yeah, try and make it. It's a different game.
it
And
is
his
a
bio
different
is sometimes plays football.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued
Not a
what he
pro
does then in between. Like,
Yeah.
does he jump on somebody's practice roster? What does he do? Or does he just, is he
Or FedEx.
Because are you expecting anything different than if you don't
Those
do
are
anything
always
else?
the coolest stories. Like, who did they do a feature on that? I was watching a game this week. And the guy tried out and then went and delivered FedEx for 2 years and then was it with Winnipeg? And now he's back in the CFL. Right? Like, it's just like how people go, like Ricky Ray delivering potato chips.
That was the
Right?
best.
Frito Ray. Like, he goes from
It's a good
that.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he played in the XFL in 2023. He was 7-3 as a starter.
Oh, wow.
Was 0-1 in the playoffs with them. Hasn't played in any of those other leagues, though, since. Was with
Since
the Broncos.
2012, you said?
2023.
Okay.
Then he was with the Broncos. And there was some NFL prior to that. He was with the Broncos. He was on the practice roster of the practice squad with the Broncos in 23. 24, he was nowhere. He signed a futures contract. He was on the practice squad of the Saints for a long time last year. So he gets on practice squads.
Yeah.
They make some decent money.
And he's a co-owner of some company. It's Stay True. It's called True BRVND. Brevand? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
What does that do?
It's some sort of, I think, merchandise company. They've got a picture of a bunch of hats and stuff like that. I think they make different style of ball caps, which is pretty cool.
One of my favorite things I ever stumbled across, Nathan Peterman, when he was awful with those Bills and stuff. He had his own website and he sold Nathan Peterman. His name was Nathan Peterman, right? Yeah, it's Nathan Peterman. Pretty sure, because then he went to the Bears. It was just god awful. Like, well before Josh Allen. Nathan Peterman. Yeah, it was him. And he had like throw pillows and stuff even. It was great.
Oh, really?
JMO found out that he had a website, so we went to the Nathan Peterman. He has his own logo and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was selling like shirts and hats and like those typical things. And we're like, this is weird. And then I came across, I'm like, oh, and there's also Nathan Peterman throw pillows you can have. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, with all this drop shipping, you might as well. These players, like, they should make as much money as you can while you're there. Like,
Well, yeah, when your
Rankin
name's
right now
big,
in
yeah.
Edmonton, sell like all the
Thunder
Rankin
jerseys or
t-shirts you
something.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get him in like a cloud or something. Like
Something.
kind of like the Teletubbies, like Sun Baby or whatever. Just his face in like a Nimbus cloud.
Yeah.
DeMonte Cody, Tommy says, from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
You might be thinking of him.
Could be. I thought it was somebody who. I'll have to figure that out.
Just the world of football.
Yeah.
Not
It's
body
cutthroat.
pillow.
Pardon?
A body pillow of a player.
Over under for Play Alberta, playalberta.ca. Download the app. EST Sports, deposit 20, get a $50 free sports bet. YEG 50, deposit 5, get a $50 free sports bet. That's the promo codes for August. We only got a few more days left because it's August 25th already. Where the hell is this month gone?
Back to school time almost.
Yes.
Back to school. Some
start this week.
started last week too.
What?
I think something like that. A lot of schools start next Tuesday.
Till the strike at the end of the month, but we won't.
Is
talk
it the end of
about
the
that.
month? This month or next month?
I think the teachers or the union will let them start and get everybody back in the flow of getting back
So
to
it's
school, and then
September.
yeah,
And then just
Pull
cut
the
them right
rug.
off.
yeah. Because
Kids
right
will love it.
now,
Parents will
if
hate
you
it.
continue summer holidays, it's not going to be that much of a pain in everyone's lives, right?
True. They
DeMonte
want to make
Coxey.
it.
Coaxy, that's it. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you for who brought that.
That's Tommy again.
Okay, thanks, Tommy.
Okay, player over under. Okay, let's do 8.5 for the Elks. Okay, they're plus 272 on the money line.
Hammer the under on that.
Over and under. Oh, by the way, the Ticats Argos, because they were talking about it on the morning show too. It's 56.5 was the over under set for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elks. How do I word this because of the over under part of this? Would you take the Elks to cover, which you then guess would be the under, or would you take the over in the Stamps to cover? How's your feeling from a week today?
They're going to cover it. They're going to be in striking distance.
Win or lose close.
Yes.
That's what you guys both think.
Yeah.
No,
Because it's not hard in this league if they're down 18 points in the third quarter to get a couple of quick straight touchdowns and just make it close.
much back and cut. Yeah.
Right? Like
Be
it's-
within,
it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah. Be
So-
within that 7-point range or something like that.
40 to 23 game is more of an anomaly.
Yeah, so last year, Edmonton had a 15-point win, 35-20. Year prior was like Stamps' 4-point win. Before that, the Stamps won by 8. So that wouldn't have covered. That would have been the under.
8.5, yeah, right?
The Elks won by 12 and 21. And then the years prior, I'll go just a few. 25-9 in 2019, 23-20, 39-18, 45-24, 16-7. That was the year.
16-7.
That was the year James Franklin started and Michael Riley had to come in. And then Riley took over after injury on the Saturday and they didn't lose a game after that. And then 28-13 for the Stamps. So even under Mike Riley era. So you can talk about how good Cody Fajardo and his offense has been. The Stamps dominated. And they covered. Until I see otherwise, I think the Stamps do win by, even though I put money down on the Elks. I think right now I feel like I would take the Stamps team could do it. The way that they're playing. Like what
I think the favorites should be Calgary should be the favorites.
8.5 is just an interesting number because like that would have covered Calgary against Saskatchewan this past weekend.
Yeah.
And Edmonton's not Saskatchewan.
That's high. It's like they want people to throw money down first. Like, let's just make this really wide so we get people just tossing money in.
It's
I'm thinking about it.
I guess it's the one thing for Elks perspective is there's two things I will say. One is with that line, like this is proof that people take Edmonton out of this. No one thinks Edmonton's got a chance.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous team to be. When you go in, be like, yeah, no one's expecting anything from
trap
us.
game.
If we lose by 15, yeah, this is what the line said. Like this is what.
Yeah.
So they get to play just without like it's like taking the grip off your club type thing.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing is maybe this is a trap game. Calgary just says, look what we just did to Saskatchewan. We've got this. Yeah. This is only Edmonton.
And then it'll turn out that they bought fake grips anyway. Showed up with the fake grips. Had to exchange them. So it would be a win though if Edmonton won one of the next two games. Would you say so, or do they have to win?
If
both
you want
for it to
playoffs,
be-
you have to get one. For the Elks,
minimum one. Yeah.
you have to get one if you want playoffs. You don't have to take both. You need one.
Is BC on, when are they on the bye? When do we get that?
This week.
That's
this week. Edmonton and Winnipeg get their game in hand on BC.
Okay. Because what are they, 2 wins behind BC without?
Well, they are 2 points back, but BC has the season series.
Season series.
So in theory, you're a game and a half back.
Yeah.
You could because it could be a tie and you pass them.
I think to keep your hopes alive, you got to win at least one of these two. But to
You
get
do.
a good shot at it, you gotta
Well,
make both.
Just roll.
Well, okay, let's do a hypothetical and say the Elks get a split.
Okay.
Okay, they find a way, they lose in Calgary on Monday, find a way to get the win on Saturday or something. Let's just say that for argument's sake here.
And
then
they
we
cover.
almost done.
Because who's third in the
'Cause
East?
then-
Toronto?
Oh, they don't.
Because that
Toronto, Ottawa. I can't remember who gets it.
Okay.
But you have to be better.
You got
can't
to be
tied.
better than them.
Yeah,
too,
there's no
right?
tiebreaker.
Like, yeah, so that
Like,
Toronto win
the
over
East
BC
just gets the tiebreaker because of the crossover.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be.
So it's Calgary. So we're saying a split. Then you get Toronto in Toronto. That's a must win.
Yeah.
You then get Hamilton, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, BC, Calgary to end. That's not an easy schedule.
That's a tough stretch.
But so, like, maybe Winnipeg's winnable. I'm going to say Calgary on the 24th is winnable because Calgary's probably resting.
Is that here?
Yeah. Calgary's probably resting at that point. They're probably, PJ Walker starting that game if all's going well for Calgary. They'll have the West already locked up. It's the last game of the season.
Is that a Dave Dickinson move?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think they would want to risk having to, something happen.
Because there's always that that thing where, well, no, the first place team doesn't. No, do they still get a buy-in?
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't want your stars resting for 3 weeks.
Many teams have done it, and they still get to the Grey Cup. This Edmonton team,
Yeah,
in
many teams have
2015
done it
did
and also lose the West Final.
I will right now. I will say that Calgary will not be playing the starters that game for the most part. There's a win for you if you're Edmonton.
Okay.
So you get Edmonton, you get Toronto, you need a win. You get Calgary, you need a win. You then need to find at least 2 wins maybe between Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, and Hamilton. I would say. Because you need to get the 5, because that would put you 9 wins. It's going to be tough.
Claros Winnipeg and Stravler Winnipeg are very different teams.
But right now it's Claros.
Yeah. So they're rolling.
If anyone wants insurance for whatever needs, Farnese Insurance.
Yes.
How can they get in touch with you?
Kevin at farneseinsurance.com.
How is it? What is it?
Farnes.
Yeah, but how'd you pronounce it?
Farnese.
Farnese. Saying Farnese.
So anybody from Fort Saskatchewan will know it because they've been there since Fort Saskatchewan started.
Kev,
Yeah.
best of luck with your CFL fantasy the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Pleasure
coming
as
in.
always.
To my fellow CFL fantasy guys, phones. Keep your phones on. There'll be some calls. Zach, thank you for coming in.
For sure.
I'll see you for EST afternoons on the station.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone for tuning into the EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage right here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. Up next, Lock Shop. We've got Oil Stream. We've got EST Afternoons. We've got the Reed Wilkins Show. That's all to come until 6 o'clock. On behalf of Kevin, Zach, I am Matt. Thanks for tuning in to the Hangout here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Lock Shop in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Look at this. Let's go.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout, presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here, joining us today.